hit something by a coordinate.
That's the point. Everything
just
is
because they say in Call of Duty you need to count for it doesn't mean
stationary
it's
plane of
real.
existence. That's why when we show you government documents, even from the
Call of
Dragnaught Flight
Duty says you need
Research
to
Center,
accommodate for it
you'll
doesn't mean it's
tell
real.
me that you know better, right? If I just show you the documents of how aircraft have to be designed on flat stationary planes and the concept of anything but a spinning ball, you'll tell me what? You know better, right?
Okay. So the thing is, though, is that we are the Earth isn't it's so big that to a plane it's flat. Like the only way for you to actually see the curve is to get into
Okay,
a
so
high
you
orbit.
think, so how big is the Earth? How big is the Earth then?
Why are you asking
It's
that
okay.
question?
Let me just, if
How
you don't,
big
you
is
don't
the
have to
Earth?
answer every question. I'm not going to hold your feet to the fire. You don't have to answer these questions. So I'll move on to the next question. Do you think ships disappear over the curve at 3 miles out?
Depends what height you're observing them from.
Well, this is a really simple question. I don't want to start obfuscating. If I'm, let's say I'm just a 6 foot tall man and I'm looking at the horizon over a body of water and a ship goes away from me, it's going to disappear from the top down because of what?
It doesn't disappear from the top down.
Correct. It disappears from the bottom up, right? Exactly. So why is it disappearing from the bottom up?
It's going under the horizon lines. It's going
Which is
over
because
the
of
curve.
obviously right, the presupposed curve at 3 miles out, correct? So you're saying as I go higher, the curve disappears?
No, you just get a higher reference frame.
Because I can see several hundred miles farther than that from the airplane at 7,000 feet high and it's flat. You see what the problem is here?
That's not how that works.
So when I zoom in on the boat, what happens? When I have a high-powered zoom lens, such as like on a P900 or a P1000 camera, the boat comes back into view, correct?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so if I show you the boat coming back into view, then you'll understand and you'll know the Earth is flat, right?
That doesn't happen.
So if I show you that it does happen, then you'll change your mind?
It doesn't.
Okay, so you're in denial. Okay, that's fine. You have to admit that you have to deny everything. That's fine. Because it does. Sorry.
So I'm in
It
a
happens.
casino right now.
You say that, but you never actually prove it.
Okay,
I've already
Dragnaught,
proven the Earth is flat from
now.
7 miles high and several hundred miles out. The horizon is eye level and flat as a pancake. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay,
Oh,
what
no,
you
now it's going to be
perceive and
between
what-
Dragnaught and Pillbox. Go ahead,
what you
Drag.
perceive and reality seem to be at odds. Because let's presume that you've actually been to the military. You're familiar with TMs, right?
Oh boy, that's a sophisticated way to say training manuals. And you're going to tell me how they talk about the Coriolis effect now, Dragnaught?
No, I'm just asking you if you're familiar with them.
Actually, I skip over them and just go right to the range and have it explained hands-on, and that's why I have such high scores.
That's interesting. So I'm not sure why your master gunner.
Well,
would
notice
allow
that.
you on a
Well,
range
notice that I have the
interrupting me.
scores. I have the scores to show what my qualifications are. What are your qualifications, Dragnaught?
People cook the books all the time, and it's not a problem. So you understand what a TM is, right? It's a simple yes or no. Take your time answering.
I think he said yes. Training manual.
If you understand, I would like a straight answer. Yes, I understand what the training manual.
Yeah, it's really sad that you're stuck hiding like this when I've already answered the question, Dragnaught. If you had anything to show for, I think we'd know about it by now. I think if you had anything to show for at all, Dragnaught, you wouldn't be asking me questions like, do you know what a TM is? Because you have nothing to show for, Dragnaught. If you did, we'd know about it by now. Yeah, okay, cool.
So say
Let me
yes,
know when
I
you have
understand what a TM
something
is.
to show for. Do you have something to show for, Dragnaught?
Let me know when you're done.
No, you're just okay. That's the point. Is that all you're going to do?
Between
is
Drag and Pillbox
explain-
people,
right.
it's hard enough.
Right.
So
here's what's going to happen.
there's
is
a
that
reason
all
why
you're going
he doesn't
to
want to
do
say
is
it, folks.
explain and
Yeah,
flap
because I
your
know the
gum.
training manual points to
There's a
something.
reason why he's avoiding this. So it's really simple. We can continue on with the next part. So yes, Dragnaught, I understand what a TM.
No, I don't need to. I'm sorry that you have nothing to show for, Dragnaught. I'll bet my life on it. You cannot show me evidence for your claim. Isn't that funny? I'll bet my life on it.
For those of you who don't know, there are weapon systems
my
within
life
the Army,
on it
right?
that you have nothing to show for. Thank you.
When you are doing indirect fire, right? I was actually part of a scout troop. I had to learn some. Right, there are mathematics you do have to learn in the military, believe it or not. And most of these weapon systems already have it calibrated. One of the calibrations that are done that exist in TMs online are for the curvature of the Earth. Believe it or not, you can find this online.
Yeah.
That's why
there
he
it
doesn't
is.
want
There's
to answer
the claim.
question.
It doesn't work in reality. I'm sorry. Exactly. You have claims. Exactly. Thank you for the claims, Dragnaught. You did so good. I'm very proud of you, Dragnaught. That was a great claim. Still nothing to show for. Thank you.
Could someone Google one of these TMs?
Yeah, go ahead and Google that, and then let me know how it applies in reality. Best of luck.
Okay, so you don't deny that the cat is currently online and available and
in reality, it is not applied. That's why when we shoot targets over several miles with a 120 millimeter cannon, there is no adjustment for Earth curve. The Navy shows us a railgun now that shoots at 100 miles away using a line of sight laser system dependent on the fact that the laser goes from the ship to the other ship over the ocean with a straight line target acquisition system. And then the bullet has to be directed upward to make sure that its drop goes to the target, because the bullets drop. The target acquisition system does not.
Just like to say, pillbox, your Call of Duty score means absolutely nothing in this conversation.
I'm sorry that I actually have the award right here, and it's an 120 millimeter av cap. They actually took a tank round and put my name on it. They took the actual tank round. I have the shell of an actual tank round right here.
Anecdotal at best.
Right here. Let's hear this. You think this? Let's see what this sounds like. Let's see what this sounds like.
Hold on. Let's go back to what Drag was trying to say.
This is an av cap. Do you know what an av cap is?
Hi, pillbox.
Do you know what an av cap is, guys? Do you know what this is?
No one cares.
Right. Do you hear this?
We don't care.
This is an actual thing in reality.
So he's
This
trying to
isn't a
obfuscate
video
because he knows
game
exactly
or
what
a
I'm going to tell
claim
him.
off of the internet or just
This has
hiding from
nothing
all
to do
visual
with anything
observations
at
and
all.
empirical science.
Pillbox, you
This
can't
is
just keep
reality,
talking
guys.
like
I'm
this.
sorry. This is what
So
happens
Because
when
he's
you
a
Hi,
defensive
pillbox.
child.
All right, listen,
He's a
everybody.
defensive child.
I've got two questions. First, Pillbox, can you please put in some headphones?
He's left.
Oh, he left. Great.
Yeah. If you mute him, he'll leave.
Well, he ran because I came in.
Well, hey, Drag.
Hi, Drag. How's it
He was over
going?
here. I'm doing all right. I'm at leaving the casino. So I heard he was over here bullshitting people, so I decided to stop by. And so that because probably very few people here use gunnery. A lot of the stuff he was saying.
Drag has no signal, apparently.
Damn, you guys ruined it, man.
I wanted to ask him to put in some headphones. His echo was too much.
It's kind of entertaining, though.
It was fine for me. I wasn't very bothered by it.
Pillbox is always entertaining. I haven't talked to that guy for a couple of years.
Yeah, he's like a dancing monkey.
I don't know what you guys don't understand about Dragnaught and Pillbox. Like, just shut up. Pillbox has a huge personality just by himself. We can't have a conversation with just everybody just chiming in.
It kind of reminds me of Mr. Batman, but without the mod powers.
I'm pretty sure you can't really have a conversation with Pillbox, though.
Yeah, just like Mr. Batman.
Yeah, he wasn't going to answer that most basic question. Yeah, I don't know how mortars work if you don't have line of sight. It's crazy.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Non-linear mathematics is difficult, therefore the Earth can't be round.
Was that Pogan?
Yeah, what up?
What's Pogan's newest name? Oh, Pogan.
It should be the same, yeah.
You're live, so you're at the very top.
Ah.
Oh well.
Hope he comes back. That was fun.
We'll see.
What happened to all the voices?
Yeah, where did that guy that worships Hitler go?
Yo, Hitler worshiper, come back.
Who was that?
Oh, it's like this guy that literally thinks that Hitler is like this this prophet.
Who is this talking? Who is this person?
I don't know who that person was.
You. I'm asking who you are.
Oh, I'm Anarchy System. Wait, but you're asking about who, like which alters out? Sorry.
Yeah, it's Anarchy System, Pogan.
Alright. I don't know who that is, but alright.
Yeah. And that I don't know.
So, Gus, what did you think of that conversation we had with Pillbox?
What the fuck do you think I thought of it?
Yeah, the Gus was amused by that entire conversation. He was
Oh,
just
my fucking, I was just fucking tickled fucking pink.
You was having a ball. Having a ball, Gus.
Yeah, fucking hilarious.
He was delighted to speak to the most insufferable fucking people from G Plus since Rob Beasley.
My God, dude.
Jesus, I think Rob's dead.
This chick laughs way too fucking much for my fucking nerves.
It's just a lot of car alarms. I don't know, like I don't know what happened. I don't know if you guys did like a recruiting session or something. But, like, come on.
What is that? What is that fucking background noise, Pogan? What is that?
TV probably. I don't know.
Turn off your fucking TV then, Pogan. What's wrong with you?
Medieval fucking internet?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's my Billy Mays infomercials in the background. Do you guys mind? Oh, you do. Oh, wow. What the fuck, dude? No one wants to hear your garbage.
Look, I'm a package deal, okay?
Yeah, we don't like the package.
To be perfectly honest, Pillbox is like a human train wreck.
Okay.
Yeah, so why do we have to watch the fuck? No, he's not a human train wreck. A human train wreck, you can fucking stand off on the sidelines and watch and go, damn, I'm glad I'm not them. He gets you involved in his bullshit.
Yeah, he's more like a human train wreck that seeks out to beat you.
Yeah,
Look on the bright side. At least he's not calling people pedophiles randomly. Let's be happy about that.
Give it time.
Like a train wreck that just comes at it
guess-
with the fucking bad.
I guess it's nice that Tom got about 12 minutes on his live stream before you muted and ruined the whole fucking thing. So, oh well.
Whatever. It's
Well,
who's this Tom guy you guys keep talking about?
I don't know if I can handle it.
This fucking
God damn, Anarchy, man. Can you just like talk less, please? Can you just talk less? Like, if it's not you with the talking, it's like the lighting up with the like laughing, and just like it's just like this. You're just taking up too much room here. It's like we're all trying to fit in this phone booth, and you're fucking trying to like get some elbow room here and like fucking spread your wings and fucking man spread. Can you stop it?
Well, I don't like the awkward silences, so I have to fill them with something.
Silence
Chill,
is only
kids.
awkward when you fucking not at peace with yourself. Be at peace with yourself and shut up.
Yeah, be at peace with yourself, like Gus.
Right. I'm a fucking mountain of fucking peace and fucking calmness and fucking serenity.
Usually for about 10 minutes.
You seem a little extra irritable lately, Gus.
That's what
I'm
pillbox
guessing
does to
it's
people.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Well,
it's because of pillbox. Yeah.
That's part of it. The other part of it is I'm not
All
crazy.
right, I'm taking the side
either.
of the other people now. Like, please, you need to like just dial it back a little bit. That's all.
Turn that fucking TV
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
All right, I'm on it.
it's like you were the first guest on the Tonight Show, Anarchy, and you talked some, and then like the next guest came on, and then you moved your seat over, and then the next guest came on, and then you moved over. You're like 7 or 8 seats down now, but you're talking like you're in the first fucking seat.
Because apparently none of you want to talk.
What are you talking about?
Well, there is
You've
something
got
to
to talk
be
and
said for.
talk.
There is something to be said for not fucking talking all the fucking time.
Well, I'm bored.
My
That's
God.
not our problem.
Yeah,
Dude.
I come here to not be bored, and I do that by
Okay, well, you
talking.
don't get to not be bored at the expense of other people's nerves.
You might need to go to like the daddy server or something. I don't know. This might not be right for you.
Wait, what server?
Daddy.
We're not toys here.
Ooh, I like that name.
Okay, go on. Go.
Yeah.
Where's
You
the
like it.
invite thing?
Oh fuck.
Jesus.
So what did I miss? How did Pillbox end up over here?
Somebody didn't listen when I warned them not to let him in.
Who the fuck
I
was
really,
in there?
Pillbox is fine.
I really missed Pillbox.
Yeah, that's
I'll
funny.
be back.
X is back.
God
He was
damn.
really entertaining.
You know, Anarchy, there are flat Earth servers, man.
Yeah, seriously, we should hook her up.
Yes.
Yeah, but then they just ban me because I just keep fucking with them.
Yeah, because you're as annoying over there as you are.
Pillbox has these amazing tortoises in his backyard.
I always wanted tortoises.
He's got the mental quickness of a fucking tortoise.
Does he think that the flat? Wait, does he think that the flat Earth is on a tortoise?
No, he said I don't know, I think.
Yeah.
The Earth is supported by pillars, but he doesn't know what the pillars are standing on.
I bet it's the turtle from Stephen King.
Oh my fucking god.
Helena, wasn't he a gardener from memory?
Here comes the next guest. Let's let's move Anarchy down to the 10th spot now. Wow.
Helena, wasn't Pillbox, was he a gardener? Forgot.
Yeah, he was a landscaper, he said.
Yeah, that's right. But you remember that every time he did his videos, his backyard just looked like rubble. It was just like a desert.
Yeah, well, he's got tortoises. I mean, what's he gonna do?
Like, do something with your garden.
Are turtles that hard on the landscape?
He had those massive tortoises, those huge ones that you can ride on.
Oh, like the sulcatas?
Riding turtles?
Not turtles.
Tortugas.
What Galapagos turtles? Like what the fuck are we talking about?
Is Pillbox still in here?
Nope.
Oh, did he leave?
Yes.
I heard you were talking shit about me in the other server, Asus.
No, I wasn't. That was Godless trying to get you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ace, why are you doing that, man?
No. If Asus says it was Godless, I believe him.
It totally was.
I mean, I'm not mad at Ace though. I mean, he called me an insult to my face, so I mean, that's fine.
Look, it takes one to know one, Tom.
But if I'm not one, how will I ever know if I am one?
No, you're definitely one.
But I don't know that, so how can I be one?
It's just your disposition.
But yeah, I'm confused.
If this keeps up, I'm gonna have to switch Anarchy to the front again.
Well, I'm gonna try to get Pillbox back in here. Do you guys want that?
Why?
Tell him to put some headphones on.
Yo, Tom, testing 1, 2. Better? Yes? No?
Yeah,
Yes.
better.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
I thought Gus would be more resistant to getting pillbox in here again.
Why are you doing this?
Anarchy.
Purposefully.
Anarchy, you just literally made a sound. Jesus Christ. Anarchy, you just literally made a sound like a Skeksis. Did you hear that? This is how you start off your sentence.
I don't sound like that.
Kinda you do.
Gelfling still here.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Pogan just got owned by Dooku.
I got Dooku.
Nah, but Anarchy, you gotta stop poking Gus with a stick, okay? He doesn't want to be bothered.
Okay.
No, you can bother him, but just remember that if you get him too worked up, just you have to fix it by saying calm down.
Oh, somebody's funny.
I think Pillbox doesn't put in headphones because he wants the echo, because the echo drowns out anyone who tries to talk.
Yeah,
JJ, are you watching
but
my
hey, it was a great idea to let him loose on the server. Great idea.
It was.
It was.
Ugh, that laugh.
It was good. It was good content. Why shun it off just because you have a grudge or something, or you don't like somebody?
Yeah, it wasn't good content. Only an idiot like you would think it was good
I mean,
content.
you've been doing that pretty much your whole time on the internet. So
Yeah, that's right. I sure have, boy.
Well,
If it even
Dragnaught
smells
and
like good
Pillbox would have
content,
been
I'm against
funny because there's like history and blah blah blah. They haven't talked to each other in a while. But Dragnaught was like had no signal, and Pillbox had no headphones, and then there was too many other people talking. So wasn't right. The stars will align, or the firmament will reset, whatever the fuck you call it for next time.
Fucking firm stars.
We'll do another take and get it right.
Yeah, we'll get it
later.
right next time, guys. We'll get it right next time. But Anarchy, man, if you're gonna do the Joe sort of like laugh track thing, it's gotta be a real sort of like infectious laughter. It can't be like the Salacious Crumb type laughter.
Can't be like an infection.
It's the second time in a week Tom has made a salacious salacious crumb reference. Fuck, never mind. Shut me up.
Hey, if the crumb fits, wear it.
Salacious cum.
Okay, Pogan, blow off some more virtual computer dust off a computer and send it to next day shipping back to some virtual customer.
Hey, will you guys unmute MG Pillbox if he comes back in here?
Yeah.
Can he please put headphones on?
To fix his audio.
Yes, the answer is yes, of course.
I was listening for like 20 minutes. The audio really wasn't that bad.
Wow, I got fucking wrecked.
It's pretty bad.
When 3 or 4 people start talking, it got really bad.
Pillbox is the kind of person that you'll tell him that the audio's like there's issues with it. Ask him to put in headphones. He will not like acknowledge a single time. He'll just keep talking. He'll hear you. He'll just keep talking. He doesn't care.
He has a hardcore ain't no bitch prime directive.
Yeah, he won't respond to things. He'll just keep talking.
What is the context here? Like, what position does he defend? Because I have no fucking clue who this.
Flat Earth.
Christian flat earther.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, the only flat earthers that remain at this point are Christians. So.
That probably says something.
That's not true, is it?
The majority of flat earthers that I've talked to, the overwhelming majority of flat earthers that I talked to are Christians.
Fair enough.
He's also anti-evolution.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this all kind of
a Christian.
it's a package deal. It's usually how package deals work.
Anti-evolution.
I remember talking with these guys one time, and I was asking them, like, you know, what's the deal with the whole flat Earth thing? And they basically, like, why is everyone trying to hide it? And they basically said that if the Earth was flat, then it would just be so much evidence for God that they couldn't let it happen.
Yeah, it'd be like de facto like removing free will, right? You just like couldn't deny it, you know.
Yeah, that exactly. That's
stupid.
Said something. There's like something inherent to like a ball or something that just makes you just like think it just kind of happened like this. But if it was just a flat plane, you would know 100% God exists.
If you saw the turtles, you know. You like you peek over the edge, it's like, oh, there they are. Well, I guess it's probably right. Praise Jesus.
Do you think that do you think that might be where the turtle thing came from for Stephen King?
Oh my fucking god! Please, come on.
For Stephen King, what do you mean?
Polgan, why, Polgan?
So in the Stephen King MCU, the
Holy shit.
the entire
No, it's just
multiverse was created. It was created by a turtle.
Gus, have you heard the phrase car alarm before?
All right, I'm gonna have to. I gotta.
Jeez, Pogan, come on.
You called it the Stephen King MCU?
Yeah.
Why?
Stephen King's Marvel.
Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Basically what it
It's
is.
the Stephen King Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I
it hurts so much. Will you put me out of my misery, Pogan? I'd do it for you, man.
They should call it the Skew.
I mean, like, all I have to do is unplug a couple machines, right?
Thank God.
Let's just ask the nurses for some more morphine. I'm sure they'll understand if they're listening to the conversation.
Yeah, I should make them listen to the conversation. If I have to eat the fucking food here, you have to listen to the conversation.
You walked right into that, Logan. Why are you dumb?
I wasn't. Oh, you're talking about the
Yeah,
game.
Pogan.
I thought I had my headphones off. I was talking to somebody. I'm like, this is one of those games where like you kind of just accept that you'll die every 5 seconds.
That's fine. Yep.
So,
I guess you just don't walk into grenades, though. That doesn't make
There's no indicator. Like, you see that. Like, I had no fucking clue what was going on there.
All right. Anyway.
So are there like any turfs on the server?
Any what? What did you say?
No, I don't.
Turfs.
What does that mean?
Not
What does
on
it-
this one.
What does it mean? I don't know what that word means.
Trans exclusionary radical feminist.
Basically, feminists that think that we're stealing their womanhood, their womanhood or some shit.
Yo, hello?
Yeah,
It's
what's up?
basically. So
Yo,
it's like,
so does anybody in this like VC actually go to the gym like I do?
What the fuck?
Yeah, we lift, bro.
Quite a few
Yeah.
people, yeah.
You guys go to the gym?
Some people in the gym as
I
we
have a
speak.
treadmill for that.
You have a treadmill? Anarchy
Yeah.
system? Wait, are you transsexual? Like, I'm not even joking. Like, are you the tranny devils?
Dude, some people,
Who's this
some people in here
douchebag?
have like a 400 pounds.
I'm
Wait,
hovering.
Anarchy,
I'm
are you like
hovering.
the satanist transsexual?
Oh, all right. Anyways,
you beat me to it. I was just.
Yes, sort of.
It's just like some people shouldn't even be like legally allowed to own microphones, you know? Like, fucking create need like a national registry.
yeah, I mean, it's like when you see a like Fox body Mustang with a body kit, and you just know that they're gonna do a burn route. You can just take care of it before it even happens.
Yeah, burner kit even.
But you answered the question, yes.
You're not here.
No, we don't. I don't know any people like that.
turfs, yeah, I don't think there's any.
I don't think we have any turfs.
I think a better explanation of it is that they think that trans women are like invading and like taking resources from cis women and especially lesbians.
The transgenders are taking over.
Blockade is perfectly legal.
She's getting out of hand. No, there are a million of them.
Hashtag prequel memes.
Did you just kill General Grievous?
Have you ever encountered a turf before, sir?
They must be dead by now. Destroy what's left of them. Greatest fucking movie ever done.
Roger, Roger.
Are you brain dead?
The best thing to come out of the prequels is
No, why?
Why?
Guys, I got a plan. Let's prequel memes so much that we can try to induce a copyright strike or a copyright infringement from Lucasfilm.
the only honestly, I think the only good thing that came.
Security and safety to my new empire.
Too much emotion.
I think that the only
Your new empire.
For safe.
I think that
You know, Lucas was like, cut. Look, Anakin. Look, I feel too much empathy for your character, right? I feel what you're going through, right? You sound genuinely distressed. Look, stop it. Stop with that, okay?
See, that's the depressing thing there is that I actually thought it was a good scene because like you're supposed to, I guess, think, you know, he's kind of just saying it because he has to. There's no genuine conviction behind it. He's sort of been tricked into serving the Emperor. But like now, thanks to Tom, because Tom's an asshole, I have this vision of him literally just like reading the lines off in a slightly elevated tone of voice, and that's it. There was no intention behind it.
You think he didn't? You think he did more than that?
I think Hayden Christensen is probably the second best part of that series after fucking what's his face, Ian McDiarmid.
You should have seen him in Jumper. He was actually quite good in that.
As I have fallen, so too will the last of the Sith.
Go to the Jedi Temple, wipe the boat, and do my laundry.
honestly, the Clone Wars series was good though. I like that.
What were you gonna say was the best thing to come out of the prequels?
The Clone Wars series.
What a fucking stupid.
What does that even mean?
Are you kidding me?
The cartoon show?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of liked it.
Portal.
I didn't like the narrator. very much.
It was deep. It had actually complex characters, and it didn't have
complex characters. You probably think fucking Dexter Jetster is a complex character, fucking vital to the fucking movie.
But at least it didn't have a "Are you an angel?" moment. It didn't have that shit.
Are you some kind of angel?
One of them
Yeah,
cloners.
yeah, it didn't have shit like
One of them
that.
cloners.
They're cloners.
Really.
I fucking love Dexter Jetster.
I loved Con Krell though, the guy that was the same race as Dexter Jetster, but he was the Jedi.
A Jedi, yeah.
Oh yeah, and he
Whoa.
fucking wasn't he a traitor?
Yeah, but he had like 2 double-bladed fucking lightsabers.
That's dumb.
You're dumb.
Depends on how deep your pockets are.
I also like Death Watch. I like the concept of Death Watch on that show.
I liked the concept, but all the guys in Death Watch were fruits. Like, hey, he stole my black saber.
He took the loss. I mean, he got his head chopped off and shit.
And shit.
I didn't.
Yeah, look, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't eat anything that Dexter Jetster made for me. Like he would like fucking ooze or like get some sort of secretion on it or something. That guy wasn't clean, man.
Yo, he fucking walked over to Obi-Wan. It looked like he had like cum stains all over his fucking
Oh my god.
Oh no.
What is wrong with this guy?
Oh
How many hands did he have?
Obi-Wan just like stands there while he hugs him. Ugh, fucking gross ass alien.
And he pulls up the back of his fucking pants, and you get to see his alien butt crack. Ah.
Right. Dude, well,
Also,
the dude probably has multiple anuses for an alien. I mean, like, dude, I mean, like, cow has like 4 stomachs or something. This fucking he's got like probably got like 8 assholes. You know what I mean? Like, this is disgusting.
I mean, I think like I think there was one good scene from the prequels.
That's
the one.
what the fuck?
The one. The one.
One good scene.
The one from where the guy who's selling death sticks, and where he told him to rethink his life.
That's the good scene. Okay, yeah.
Guys, look at what we did to
that-
Helena.
that's
You guys
the
should all
one-
be. You guys should all be fucking ashamed of yourself, man.
Why,
That is
Bogan?
the
When was I
one-
made to feel pain?
That was the one scene that was intentionally
She's making
funny.
a sandwich, man.
Anakin, I told you this would happen. The Jedi are taking over.
Every other joke they tried to pull was
He must stand trial. I need him.
I need him alive.
If you're not with me, then you are my enemy.
Cut. Too much. Hayden, we talked about this with the emotion. Stop. Roll.
If you are not with me, you are my
Cut. Imagine you're just reading a teleprompter. Can we get the teleprompter? Bring the teleprompter, guys. Bring it. Just read it.
All right, Lucas, I got it. I got this time, Lucas. Let's go. We can go again.
Action.
On your cue. All right. I forgot my lines.
Cut. Action.
Just like the real thing.
I have brought peace, security, and safety to my new empire.
What about the new prequels?
Oh, the new prequel.
What?
This
The
is
new
pod
prequel.
racing.
The new series. I call them prequels
The new
because they
MCU.
suck just as much.
The new MCU prequels.
The new sequel, Star Wars Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The new prequels.
I like to call. I like to call the new trilogy the new prequels. They suck just as much.
No, they suck worse.
No.
But you're calling them prequels because they.
Yep, because they suck as much as the prequel.
That's not how
So why-
the word prequels work.
I don't get it.
Look, the prequels had an excuse. They had George Lucas at the helm. This time around, they've got the whole fucking Disney to
But then, like,
to-
any bad
to-
movie is like a prequel to like any movie. It's like Cats is a prequel to Star Wars.
What?
Cats.
What the fuck?
You're saying a prequel is like bad, right?
It's horrible.
Yeah, but just saying,
my God.
calling something a prequel to call it bad is kind of.
Jar Jar Binks is a fucking abomination.
This is like basic fucking Reddit tier criticism.
Well, yeah.
Hey guys,
Okay,
remember
okay.
Jar Jar Binks? Remember that he was like annoying? Upvote, guys, please.
Yeah. It's like you never
Okay,
even had
who's
that
that?
first debate about a Star Destroyer versus the Enterprise. I mean, like, haven't you, dude? I mean, like, what? Start with the basics, bro. Come back.
Start with the basics.
I
Yeah,
want more, but I know I should not.
Anarchy, let me show you something. Gus, can you recite the model of the Enterprise from the Next Generation, please?
Naval Construction Contract 1701 Delta.
Oh my god.
Okay, Anarchy.
Oh wow.
Anarchy. Now, self-reflect. Okay. Think about what you're doing with your life. Okay.
I think one of the most disappointing parts of the new trilogy is where they all open up with Kylo Ren and looks fucking badass, and he takes that helmet off and then he immediately loses all badness and
Yeah, he
just looks like a fucking whiny bitch.
I disagree.
I mean, even fucking Snoke flat out says he's a whiny bitch.
Is this on purpose?
I
I
don't
hate
know.
how they ended Game of Thrones too.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like Snoke died like a fucking bitch. He died like a fucking Looney Tunes character.
Okay. Yeah.
Guys, what are we gonna do with this person? What are we gonna do with Anarchy? I mean, like,
Not sure.
I can't be on mic for long, but you all officially have permission to like DM this guy the F word. Fuck, I want to like die.
No. First of all,
Dear God, Luca. Dear God.
that's mean, dude. That's mean. First of all, Anarchy
hell said
is
that?
Anarchy.
Is that Luca?
Look, I'm not prepared to DM him and call him a friend yet because we just met. Okay, so that's off the table. But Anarchy identifies as female. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
There you go.
I don't know what just happened.
Kylo Ren is probably the best part of the new sequels.
No.
Let me know how you like this take. Okay, here we go. What? That is outrageous. How can you be on the council but not be a master?
No, it's got to sound like it's the inflection is indistinguishable from like IKEA table instructions, and you know what I mean, like.
I don't
What?
think so.
That's outrageous. That's unfair. How can you be on the council but not be a master?
No, it's got to be like insert screw A into hole B, you know, and then assemble leg. It's that you got. There's still emotion there, man.
I think I'm gonna take a break.
The
I'm
thing with
going back to my trailer.
You need to clear your fucking head, man. Seriously.
The thing with the sand though
Yeah,
was
you need to take a
fucking
strong look at your
funny.
life, Bogan.
Yeah, the thing with the sand was fucking funny. That
You need to be as invested in that dialogue when you read it, the same way when you're trying to like skip past dialogue in a video game. Like that has to be this. Yeah, we were all there playing Final Fantasy and just like.
I should come over here more often.
Why don't you?
It's debatable.
I just go where people are.
I can't fault him for that.
Rare instance there of Gus kinda, sorta, subtly, very, very subtly, I should say, implying that he wants me here. Very hard.
Well, let's not get carried away.
That's kind of cute.
Okay.
Why are you back on this planet, Pogan?
If you get invaded on your ship, but you push them back, you go back to the planet, and then like it keeps. It's like a tug of war type thing.
I hate it when that happens.
I was expecting some variety, but I get it now.
So
Theoretically, it would go on forever, but like I think every time they board your ship, it's like easier for them to take it over.
Hagar, you were speaking before you were so rudely interrupted by Pogan. Go ahead.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Have you guys heard my debate with Communist Boy?
Oh yeah, it was very good actually. All you ever did was just like make him look like a child. A poor defenseless child who can't defend himself for the life of him.
He's a fucking idiot.
Debate
Yes.
on what?
Reformism versus revolution.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Also,
kind of
speaking
dumb.
of anarchy system, why aren't you in blue politics and why are you here now?
What's blue politics?
Doobie server.
I don't have. I don't have the thing for that.
You don't have the what for that?
Link.
Thing for that.
You're in it.
I'm in it.
Yes, I always see you in the VC over there. In fact, it
Your
says
hands
mutual
are soaking
servers.
in it.
Wait, are you talking about the server that just says politics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Why do you keep calling it blue politics?
Because it's got a little blue sign symbol on it.
You see, back yonder, politics was divided into rainbow politics, red politics.
I mean, I'm on there sometimes. There's like a lot more like Nazis there, and I do like to fuck with them, but sometimes I just need to like just lay back and relax.
So if we grant that you're only there sometimes, where are you more often than there?
In a friend of mine's server.
In what?
A friend of mine's server.
That nobody would be aware of, or
Time to let the dog in.
In like a private server with a friend of mine. And sometimes on these porn.
Is anybody like sharing my mental state right now? Like, is I feel
Is
like
your
I'm in
mental state
purgatory.
I feel like I'm being
terrible
hypnotized. I feel like I'm being
Yeah.
I have no
hypnotized.
mental state at the moment.
Hmm.
The null state.
It's still so amazing how Doobie Server harbors these people.
What people?
That's,
oh my god.
That's his job. It's a great service that Doobie does.
Tom, I'm about to call in a favor. I'm about to like just fucking plead for this to be resolved, you know?
Oh wow. You have 800 hit points?
Yeah,
Anakin's a
fuck him
tough
up,
dude.
Hogan.
Yeah. The politics server serves an important role.
Yeah.
Very important.
I think it's pretty easy to illustrate too.
Do you think it's possible? You go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. What were you gonna say? It's possible?
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if it's possible to make use genetic engineering to make cow people.
Oh my. All right, guys, please come on.
We're just gonna have to accept that no one loves us, Pogan.
Yeah, I came over here to say hi to some friends, say hi to Tom, just like wish everybody some good wishes.
Yeah.
Instead, I get
I know.
fucking subjected to fucking nightmares like this.
I know.
Some sort of man, bear, pig, cow, man variant. I don't know.
I know.
This is just
wow. Oh yeah, I know.
Feel like I'm browsing 2007 4chan right now. You know, like I'm just kind of having a stream of consciousness experience here.
What is it? B/tard.
Do you want the white race to die out then, Dionysus? Yeah, I do.
Wait, what?
Is that? Oh no, that's Reddit. Sorry, B/tard.
I kind of remember it being full of porn all the time.
No, it's / then the letter, and then another / I think, for 4chan.
Right. I just pronounce it Batard. It's easier that way.
Pillbox is back in the chat.
Of course he is, because he's a fucking, because he's a fucking canker on your fucking dick. That's why. Oh God, I'm at the point now where I would give real money if she'd stop fucking gaggling like a hyena.
You know, if she's Salacious Crumb, then who's fucking Jabba? You know, that's the question.
Yeah, that's not a question I want to ask myself right now.
It's just been like straight Star Wars references for like a few days. I'm not.
I know, right?
I don't know what's going on.
Fuck is wrong with us? Holy shit.
Yeah, Red Letter Media did a review of The Mandalorian,
Oh, I can just imagine.
which, I really want to watch. But well, I haven't gotten through the third episode. Wait, what did I? Fourth episode of The Mandalorian?
I thought you couldn't bring yourself to watch it because you hated it so.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yo, can we like talk about something interesting though?
Like what?
Let's talk about how like what interests you guys?
Nuclear warfare.
What was that?
Nuclear warfare.
Liquid warfare?
Nuclear.
Oh, nuclear warfare. Okay.
This would work a lot better if you weren't retarded.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, anarchy. Like on a serious note, you are transsexual. Like no joke. Like no trolling. Like serious.
Transgender.
You're transgender, right?
Yeah.
And you're a Satanist, right?
I'm Luciferian.
Yes.
There's
Yeah,
a
I
difference
remember
between-
you. I wasn't trolling. I was actually serious.
No. I mean, like, there's a difference between Luciferians and Levans.
Oh, you're
Levans are
Luciferian.
just, yeah.
And you had like this orgy with these two other guys, right?
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
One time.
Yeah.
One
See, I
time.
remember.
Oh, good job.
Anarchy System's the most controversial entity I've ever met on this virtual platform. So.
Did you literally just chase him just to humiliate him or something?
What do you mean? How am I humiliating him?
No,
Can you tell me how I'm humiliating him? Can you tell me?
Her.
How am I humiliating him? Tell me, Hajar.
What
Her.
is going, guys? Come on. What is going on?
There's nothing
This
going
is
on.
the peak
I was
of
just-
content. I
remember-
really came to this Discord server to
fine.
hear a really
No,
annoying
I'm
person.
glad that
and
you
another
remember
really
people.
annoying
Good
person
job,
yell.
Jared. Now
I
what?
just remember a lot of things he told
Now
me.
what? Yeah, now what?
All right, now I want to say this. All right, so anarchy. All right, so give us an update on your perspective on religion. All right, do you think that you are going to stay Luciferian or maybe possibly, look into going into other religions? I would like your opinion on that.
I think I'm gonna just be Luciferian because I'm Luciferian, and
Mhm.
when I get to the point where some weird shit happens and I decide to turn and convert.
What do you mean by weird shit?
I don't know. I don't fucking know what will get me to do that.
Mm-hmm. And you're just gonna let me say this, all right? Let's say that does it like affect your daily life in a negative way or in a positive way?
It really doesn't affect my life at all.
No, it doesn't.
Mm.
Not mentally, oh my god, I can't even fucking speak. Testosterone, but yeah, not mentally, but physically. Like, does it affect you like in both aspects?
Being the Luciferian now.
And transsexual.
Oh, being transgender, I require to transition.
Mm-hmm. And the last time I spoke to you, did you get surgery yet to cut off your manhood?
Transition is a lot more complicated than just that.
Are we like seriously entertaining this kind of conversation? It's like
It's like-
fucking shit here.
It's not supposed to be funny. I'm curious. Like,
I feel
genuinely.
like he's just using
Who
this
said
as
it
a
was supposed to be
proxy
funny?
to like
It's just shit.
humiliate him.
Dude, what is Hajar trying to say? Like, she has a Nike hijab on. Shut up. Okay, listen.
That's pretty lit.
Anarchy.
Why?
Anarchy, listen, bro. All right, like dead ass. All right, so last time you talked to me, you talked about inverting your penis, but did you ever have do you have like enough money for that now, like to actually like carry on with the surgery?
No.
Not yet.
I might never have enough money to be able to do that.
But
Not
you have money
Nadia got it
aside.
done for free, so just looking at that if you really want it.
Yeah, you got it done for free.
It's expensive as fuck.
Did you just hear what I said?
There's nowhere.
Did you hear the words that I said?
Okay,
Bro,
yes,
chill,
I
you don't have to
heard,
raise your voice.
but no, there's nowhere in America that I know of that does it for free.
Nadia lives in New York.
She got it done for free in New York. New York is in the United States.
Okay, nobody cares. We're talking about where he lives and where it's like, you know, comfortable for
She.
him to do it. So, Anarchy, you're like from where? Like the West Coast, right?
East Coast.
East Coast. Okay. So, what state are you from again?
Southern East Coast. I'd rather not
Come on.
like
Are
give
you right?
the
Look,
specific state.
Garrett, just real quick.
What's up? Who's talking to me?
My name's Pogan. Hi.
All right, what's up, Pogan?
What is your end goal here? What are you
My
trying
end
to
goal. I'm just trying to learn about. I'm trying to learn more about this individual. Like it's actually like
Why?
interesting, like to understand where this guy's coming from and like what he's experienced.
Gal.
Like, I just like learning a lot about other people and their differences and you know their uniqueness. If that makes any sense. So.
I don't think that's honest.
Well, that's 100% honest. You can take it how you have it, all right?
No.
You guys can take it how you want. You know, I'm just trying to.
We're
understand.
taking that as
Me and this
dishonest.
guy, we know each other. We talked before.
We're gonna make reasonable inferences based on things like your tone.
I mean, it's how you know approach it. All right, so
Congratulations. That's
any way
how
you want.
psychology works. Yeah.
You
You've
can
not
approach it any
stated
way you
anything you
want,
haven't
but
true.
a conversation is a conversation. I don't know why you're so paranoid about me being a troll. Like I'm actually like bringing up.
Who said anything about paranoid?
Well, I can explain that.
Well,
Okay,
we don't need
Garrett.
your explanation. I just love how literally Hajar is like muting her mic and unmuting it whenever she talks. It's like so adorable.
Okay. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Garrett.
That's how
Garrett?
push to talk works, you idiot.
That's not
Okay,
push to
Garrett?
talk. Push to talk. Actually, your mic doesn't get muted. It just gets cut off. It doesn't
All
actually.
right, all right.
Okay, Garrett.
Is Garrett just
Here's-
like a worse version?
I just
of
don't
God damn it.
look. I don't.
Okay, okay,
Well,
okay.
that's offensive.
Garrett.
Attacking me. Holy
God
fuck! I'm just
fucking
having a
A.
conversation. Like it's not even bothering you.
God fucking
People are
damn it.
attacking
Did
you
Kappa
because
bring
it's a
these
room of like
people
33
here? I
people.
want.
Okay,
here for
I
some
don't care.
strange
I'm trying to
reason.
talk
Look,
to you.
guys,
Just let me
Pokin
finish speaking. Come
Pokin
on.
can handle this guy. This is like.
Guys, come on. Look.
Why is this guy crying? Like literally, can somebody mute this guy? He's
Nobody's
kinda,
crying. What are you talking
You're
about?
ruining our like conversation.
Bro, there's like 30.
Bro, my name's not bro. My name's Garrett.
All
Thank
right, all right. Can
Okay,
somebody
bro.
just like? Can somebody just
Okay,
stop
bro.
around with him?
Okay, Garrett. Here's
What's
how
up?
this conversation is
I wasn't exactly
gonna
done.
go.
You. Dude, I'm
Hey,
trying to
Here's-
listen to
oh,
Anarchy.
fucking
Shut
A.
up, dude. I'm muting this
well,
guy. Shut up.
you
You're annoying.
can local mute people.
All right,
there.
what's
You
up, Anarchy?
can't local mute. Don't do that.
Okay, Garrett.
What's Garrett?
Here's how this
Garrett.
conversation's going to go. You're going to keep calling me she, and
All right,
gonna
I'll call you
only
she.
call
My
me
bad.
she. Okay, good. Because if you don't, I'm just going to.
Yeah, I
you,
just didn't know what to call you. I was like unfamiliar with the.
Look,
like,
I just
I'm not used to talking to people who like you
I
know
just don't understand
transition.
why, if look, if you're being honest in your intentions, it seems like something that could be better resolved in DMs. You know? You're kind of just holding the room hostage
So
by interrogating this
Anarchy.
person.
So
Please don't overtalk
what were
me.
you saying again?
Please
After
don't
this
overtalk
Hogan
me.
guy cut you off.
You're kind of just holding the room hostage, right? We're just politely asking you to take it somewhere else because it seems like the only
Yo,
other
Anarchy, you
person
there?
that's actually entertaining you is Anarchy, who is also being very annoying and not really conducive to content in a room full of 33 people.
Wah. Keep crying, dude. Don't
I
care.
mean, if you want to summarize it like that, you can. I'm just
crying.
saying, like,
You're
nobody's
crying.
really interested in this.
I mean,
Dude,
Pogan.
just
All
answer
right,
the
I
question.
can
What's wrong
see
with
why I can see why the army had no use for you, Fox. I really can.
Dude, Pogan.
I'm actually not a Dodge drafter. So when did I ever stutter?
You're fucking.
This guy's trolling. Can you mute this guy's trolling?
Your internet is shit. It's the same
Hold
as
on, did he
studying.
just say
Internet's not
Dodge
shit. Actually, I have
draft?
pretty good Wi-Fi.
No, you
Who
don't.
just
Your
say
internet
Dodge
fucking
draft?
sucks.
Go back to the
No,
gym.
you-
Fucking
no, you
crack
don't.
Shit, and you can have
It
good
sucks.
Wi-Fi.
You
What
suck.
are you talking
Probably
about?
some
My
kind
Wi-Fi
of
is
dyslexic
nice. I got that
or
fiber optic
some
internet.
other kind
Yeah,
of
you would not
Well,
fucking think about
Gary,
it.
let's make this really simple. Could you just
Let's make
skip,
this really
like,
simple. I'd
don't
pull Treehouse
overtalk
in a
me.
snow ghillie with a
Don't overtalk
tomahawk
me.
and end you.
Don't overtalk me.
Dude,
Can
I
you
am
just
overtalking
skip
you.
like
What
the
are you
20
gonna do about it? What are
questions
you
and
gonna do about
get
it?
to the point? Like, is there something you're trying to find out specifically? Is there a question you're trying to have answered by Anarchy? Is there like a setup to an argument that you're preparing? Like, we don't need the fucking interrogation session. Nobody's really interested in that, right? Just stop wasting our fucking time.
Pogan.
Just love how I get muted. That's awesome.
It's because
Yeah, you
you're
deserve
bad
it.
content.
You should get muted plenty. You should get continuously fucking muted. If I had my
Dude,
way,
you sound
you know
bad,
what,
bro.
Tom?
You sound
Tom,
bad.
I will give you real fucking
Why are
money
you
if
mad,
I have
though?
the right to mute him whenever I
But why are
want.
you
Just
mad?
him. Just him.
Garrett, you were muted.
I will give you real fucking money right
what
I
now.
know, but why are these guys getting so butthurt? I've never seen like 33
Because you're
people
because you're
mad
cancer.
at a guy for
This
no
is
reason.
like
Because you're cancer.
so like.
Because you
You
think
were
You guys are like
unmuted so
56,
that you
you guys
could.
are having a
Because
LAN
you
party
think-
at the retirement center and you guys are gaming.
This is baby's first troll. What the fuck?
rapist
Gus
of fucking
wants
wildlife.
to beat you up now.
Squirrel
Okay,
fuck.
Yeah,
Muted,
me talking
Garrett.
shit. Me talking shit means I'm trolling.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Garrett?
No, they're not saying you're trolling because you're
Can you
talking
hear me?
shit.
No, I'm not
They're
talking to
saying
you. I
you're-
was talking
they're
about what
saying you're
Hajar said. You're not that
trolling-
important. I
they're
wasn't
saying
talking
you're
about you.
trolling.
Shut up, give me the piece. Shut up, give me
Yo,
the piece.
they're saying you're
Give it-
trolling
okay.
because you came in here.
Let's
There's
go.
like 35 other people, and you started
I can't
interrogating
hear
somebody.
you. I
And then as
can't
soon as
hear
people
you.
politely asked you to take it elsewhere because it sucks and
We
nobody's
get it, dude.
interested,
You're in a book club.
you
We get it.
responded.
Get it.
All right, thank you, whoever did
Yeah,
that.
I'm putting Pillbox on mute. Ban me if you must. I don't care. I'm putting him on mute.
I just want you to, like, in a simple sentence, say what you're trying to do here so we can decide if it's worth entertaining. Because right now it just seems like this weird interrogation of a trans person with, like, subtle malicious. It's not exactly ambiguous what you're doing, you know? We're not fucking idiots. So do you have a point or do you not?
Am I muted now? Hello?
No, I asked you a question.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, what is your point?
Muted. Don't care. Shut up.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah,
Alright.
back to what I was saying. I was trying to talk to my
Muted, don't care, shut up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the reason why I let him go on is because he'll just badger me if I don't, and if I just straight up tell him to fuck off, he'll just start saying about how the intolerant left or trans people just.
You realise that's
just,
like his goal is just to basically get you into a position where you're just going to say something so he can say, "Ha, I've won." So there's no point engaging it in the first place. Doesn't matter.
Right.
It's just wasting time.
Yeah, you can choose not to
that's like
entertain it.
nobody that's listened to him for look, I've never even met the guy. It took me 45 seconds to realize he was just being malicious in this like weird interrogation thing. I mean, I'm sure he's done
Yeah.
it to you before.
Yeah.
What I missed? Some nonsense?
No.
Yeah, a lot of nonsense, man.
It's just he just keep badgering me if I didn't.
Yeah, that's not why you reward people.
Yeah. I don't know. Just I'd rather just get it over with and get him to fuck off.
Well, that's great, but the other
Then
thing too is you're not the only one in the room.
right.
Yeah. Right.
This is evidence that I should have mods in here.
It's funny. It's funny to hear Pogan rage.
You thought I was raging?
I'm just saying that as a general statement.
Hell of a rage. It's quite the rage.
It'd be like such a waste of fucking energy to even rage about something like that. It's just like this, you know, fucking run-of-the-mill crypto fascist from blue politics that wants to interrogate a trans person, you know?
The main reason I said that it's not about this guy. I said that because it reminded me of I heard you talking. It reminded me of like when you were bitching about concrete, talking about imagine somebody talking like they're tough and deafening, and then something like that. Like you were ranting about that shit a few days ago.
Yeah, the common property these people share is stupidness.
An argument there.
This is much nicer.
Is he still here?
Yeah, he's server muted.
Nice. He just came in out of nowhere and started shit talking?
Yeah, that's what he does.
They apparently have history, but it seemed pretty clear he was just trying to like upset this person.
Gotcha.
Oh, Sock, good news.
What up?
Bampot's not dead.
Thank fucking God.
He was like off Discord for 2 weeks. I just like messaged him like, "Are you?"
Who's not dead?
Guy we play D&D with.
Oh, okay.
He's just busy with school?
He didn't say. He just said life stuff. I left it.
Is he gonna be around tomorrow?
You mean today?
Today, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, that's good.
Hmm. So, do you debate about something or what?
Frozen peanut butter jelly sandwiches are the best.
You have tits.
Frozen?
Frozen?
Yeah.
Ew. Why frozen?
Yeah, why
Because the
frozen?
jelly doesn't stick to your hands, and then the peanut butter gets kind of hard with the bottom of the bread. And it gives it kind of a crunchy taste to it.
Okay, I guess.
Oh, I love it.
Luke, did you listen to the conversation between me and what's his fucking face, Communist Boy?
What?
Luke was there.
What do you mean, what?
He was there with
I
us.
didn't hear you.
He was there with Bandit and us, remember?
Can you hear me now?
Sure.
Wait, which side was Communist Boy on?
Communist Boy is a reformist.
Oh. Ew.
Oh, you're talking about that? I heard.
Really? I thought that the positions would have been switched.
The whole gang was there, actually. It was pretty fucking awesome.
You thought I was a reformist, JJ?
I assumed he was the revolutionary, and you would take the position of reformist.
No. He's like, I mean, like he claims to be a socialist,
I'm
but
6 inches taller than you.
he claims to be a socialist, but it's like kind of obvious he's sort of just a left-leaning liberal. You know?
He's an actual socialist. He's just a reformist.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know what the term means if you just have no understanding of Marxist literature at all. You know,
Pillbox is back. Pillbox,
feel like
you really got to do something about your audio, though. I'm unmuting you.
Oh, hey, this is just for Benna. He's asking me a question, but all he's saying is yes or no. I don't know what your question is, Benna. You've been hiding from the point this entire time. And since I know that you won't answer my question, go ahead and ask your question right now, Benna.
The question's been clearly asked for in text, and you know what the question is.
Go ahead and ask the question. We are on the live panel right now, so people can hear it. I hope you're not afraid to ask
Yeah,
the
you
question.
stated that for artillery to work, that it needs direct line of sight, correct?
What is the first thing you are going to do when acquiring coordinates of an area?
Are you going to answer his question?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
is that yes or
requires
no?
line of sight because the first step
Direct
is you
line
have
of
to
sight?
acquire, yes, from the person getting the coordinates. Yes, the person who gets the coordinates has to have direct line of sight to see the area that he once mortared. You fucking retard. Are you really this stupid?
Why didn't
I
you just
has
say
to
yes in
see.
chat?
No, he gets a fucking crystal ball and goes, "Where's the area that I need to mortar?" That's what he does, right? No, he doesn't fucking look at the area. No, he just goes, "It must be over there." I'm just gonna fucking make a guess, right? He just guesses it must be
Well, it
somewhere.
sounds like
Or
you're
does
both
he go, "Oh, there's an area there where I'm getting shot from. Let me get the coordinates for
So
it."
that
And
would
then
be
sends the
indirect line of
coordinates
sight,
over to
correct?
the people that are going to use mortars. So yes, the system to acquire the
What is this fucking
coordinates
idiot on
has
about?
to
One second.
have line
Hang
of
on.
sight. You fucking retard.
Yeah, that's
That was your
direct line
only
of
that
sight,
was your
not
best
indirect line of
attempt
sight.
to hide from the topic. You retards are really this
What is
desperate.
What is his claim?
In
He made
order to have coordinates, what's the first step that needs to be taken?
No, Pillbox made the
triangulation, you
claim.
fucking
Made
idiot.
the
Have
claim
you ever
that
seen a
artillery
Yes,
works by
all
having direct
target
line of sight,
acquisition
meaning a
systems
laser,
require
for
line
example.
of sight. Yes. All target acquisition systems require line of sight. The systems are the people gathering the coordinates.
No, guy, that's not true.
Wow, that's amazing. No, guy, the people aren't gathering coordinates. They can just be somewhere nowhere near the target. They don't have to have line of
Yes.
sight in order
Yes,
to
we can use
address
line
the
of sight
target where they
radar
where
communications to triangulate and determine targets. Have you
Yeah,
ever seen a
radar
fucking have you ever seen
communications
a fucking
require
C
line
ramp
of
shoot a mortar
sight
out of the sky?
between the radars, retard. I'm sorry, you're a complete retard. Radar requires line of sight.
Again,
I'm
Pillbox.
sorry that your heliocentric
That's
spinning
direct
space
line of
monkey
sight,
ball has been destroyed.
Guys, you're not gonna get it. Hold on,
Holy
hold on,
shit.
everyone.
Mean by line
Everyone,
of sight. That's the problem here.
Yes,
Fucking
all
real weird.
systems
I'm only
require
fucking
line of
retired
sight.
Don,
Guys,
Yeah, so let's say
there's
I'm
not
looking
enough
for my
room
book.
for more than
There we
pillbox and
go.
one other person.
I need
okay?
to find my book, and then I start looking for it. So my eyes start panning around, and then I see the book, which means there's a line in between the distance of my eyes and the object I'm looking for. Wow,
on,
that is
JJ,
so
let me have
complicated.
this.
You
Yeah,
guys can
that's-
continue
Skinny
on with the
Pete, go ahead.
conversation.
Skinny Pete, you just give it to Skinny Pete. Just give it to him, guys.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
give.
let
There's not
Skinny
enough
Pete
room.
go for it.
There's not enough room. Trust me,
Hold
there's
on.
not enough room.
What's line of sight?
Oh, he ran.
I was
God, guys,
fucking trigger.
just shut the fuck up. You can't. What do you guys? You guys all think that you're gonna have a conversation with Pillbox? Are you seriously?
Kind of
No,
like
I mean, I'm
needlessly-
happy for Skinny to respond
Well,
if he comes back again.
It's just kind of needlessly.
Yeah, he's like Super Saiyan John John.
Well, like, look, think of how reductive it is to say, like, the claim that you need line of sight for artillery use is justified because at some point you used your eyeballs. Think about how fucking
That's
reductive
what I was
that
pointing
claim
out.
is.
Is that there's just some confusion as to what's being meant by line of sight.
Right. I actually think
now
the way
Skinny
he talks
Pete brought
though,
up
is
that.
he's going to be over talking everyone constantly.
No,
So
that's
he's
that's
straight
fair.
up.
Yeah, that's
great.
fair. I'm just
It might be shouting into
I'm
the
glad
void.
you pointed that out. It's very important.
You are so welcome, JJ.
You guys are over talking each other right now. You guys are animals today.
Right.
Look,
Sorry,
you
Tom.
guys, you're not going to be able to stop JJ from over talking other people. He
Okay.
just won't do it. Like I'm talking right now, and he just
Right.
says it
This,
right now.
but right now he's
glad.
making it a point to bird dog you because you're talking to him about like over talking. So this is
I'm
one
not talking to him. I'm talking to the rest of the room, dipshit.
Oh fuck.
Hey, we're all friends here.
What did I just walk in on?
Yeah, it's just completely distracting from what we were talking about. But go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
I was done.
Oh, good. So yeah, it sounds like you're talking about line of sight from the human eye as opposed to some machine like radar.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
Yeah, I was making the point with Pillbox that there's a difference between direct line of sight. That's what he was talking about when he was saying a laser with the railgun has to get a direct line of sight because obviously the laser's going to hit the target. That would be direct. Whereas if you're using a mortar, for example, you would have an indirect coordinate. Whereas like a plane would fly over or something would pick up the coordinate and send that back to whoever's firing, and then they would do the calculation using that.
If you were to simply ask the question, like, do you think it's the case that line of sight just refers to any action involving looking at something, right? He's either going to say, obviously that's dichotomous. He's going to say yes or no. And if he says no, then you're going to just say something like, well, when I said line of sight wasn't required, you clearly had an understanding of that not congruent with what you're saying right now. And then he's going to be fucking done because you've basically caught him in a performative contradiction. Really easy. The guy's main tactic is just to, speak. Hope you don't say anything.
That was the question I was asking you in chat for the yes or no, was whether it was direct line of sight or not. But he didn't want to answer that.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice for even engaging in Pillbox. I mean, the guy is just he's an inflammatory troll. Like he's been doing this ever since he's graced the internet with his fucking hick ass. It's a joke. He is worse than John John. Like almost, he's terrible.
Skinny, what is the military, like what the technical military definition of line of sight, if one exists?
Sorry, I'm in the shower. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So we use triangulation through radar, or we use forward observers to actually paint and see targets. So it's acquiring the target, regardless of the method.
So triangulation uses line of sight, though. Forward observers use line of sight. But the system is not using line of sight. It's using the information acquired by some other form of line of sight to get coordinates.
Right.
And that's where the dispute was, which is dumb.
Yeah, because literally everything is line of sight if it's required in order to know where to hit something. It's like
There's a difference between having target coordinates like down to a reasonable range, very high probability the shells are going to strike exactly where the target is or immediately, and firing.
Shells don't strike.
We can get them within 10 feet.
Right. I'm just saying that's going to be categorically different than just like firing in the general area that the targets might be in. We wouldn't call that firing with line of sight, I don't think. Maybe you disagree, Skinny, but like...
That would be called firing for effect.
Yeah. Not the same thing.
Not the same thing, you're correct.
Ballistics is an interesting field.
It's similar to like, you have a squad of infantry, and, you know, you have quote-unquote line of sight with the target. You just fire immediately where you see them. There's going to be a difference between that and suppressing fire, which is just firing in the general area of the target.
All right, this guy's spamming a little too much, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Who's this guy?
Garrett.
Garrett.
He tagged me like 6 times and was ranting, and now he's just spamming gifs. Yeah.
No Trail.
The main chat.
Just get rid of him.
Fucking get rid of them.
Get him out of here.
Enough with their heads.
So, hi,
You're
Concrete.
fired.
That we nuke
Not
him
right
from
now.
orbit. The only way to be sure.
That would be the James Cameron film Aliens. Everyone.
Thanks,
Okay.
Pogan.
Thanks, IMDb.
We didn't know that, Pogan.
Wow. Yeah, next time somebody says Luke use the Force reference, Pogan, can you make sure to point out what movie that's from?
He doesn't know, does he?
Well, I mean, he does it pretty frequently. I think the first instance would probably be A New Hope. Because doesn't Obi-Wan say use the Force when he's in the about to blow up the Death Star?
We're supposed to be asking you.
I think there's a high chance I'm right on that one.
What?
He's punchable.
I don't know why you're saying what.
Like
That wasn't
this is what we were talking about. We didn't need no from you, right?
Well, see, it was done for comedic effect, so if it didn't land, we'll I'll collect my notes and write some better material. They can't all be winners.
This is your rightful position, Pogan, right here where you are right now. Not that other thing that you like to do.
What?
What does that mean?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Concrete?
Yeah, what?
Pogan knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but we don't. Tell us.
No, I'm not interested.
Is this another Concrete episode?
It's an check.
But you are interested.
Concrete show featuring Concrete. What's up?
Yeah, Concrete doesn't like to be understood.
That's
some
an
really basic
interesting
psychology,
point.
JJ.
It's actually true. It's actually completely true.
Yeah, you continuously decline to explain yourself or explain what you mean.
Because you're not a what's the word?
Take your time.
Interlocutor.
I don't know.
You're not a good faith actor.
You want good faith actors to understand what you mean?
We'll go to commercial break.
I'd rather engage with good faith actors than bad faith actors. You are a notoriously bad faith actor.
Hold on. Did you think that Snoods is a bad faith actor?
JJ, you are just being loquacious.
Concrete? Do you think that's Snoods? Because she wanted to know what you meant. Yeah, sit down.
Concrete, what do you mean by bad faith actor?
He's not genuinely interested in learning more about what I'm saying for
that's
good
everyone.
reason. No. What do you mean is everyone? What are you talking about is everyone? What do you mean everyone?
Is
What is
Snoods
everyone
a bad...
doing? Tell me what everyone is doing.
Is Snoogs a bad faith actress?
Damn.
Don't you have it? Of course, Slugs is a bad faith actor. Slugs is trying
Are
to
you
climb the
serious?
social ladder by
What?
any means necessary,
fuck?
and one of them is to denigrate the outsider. Look,
He's
Stupid.
don't
already a
say
mod.
what because you're stupid, right? Don't say what.
All right.
So you mean because she's a mod, she doesn't want to continue to rise the social ranks in
What,
terms
she
of
wants to be
respect
Tom now?
What?
and prestige?
Maybe.
Yeah. What?
No,
what
you're so
possible.
stupid. So
No,
there's
that's
only
possible,
one
Chris,
rung.
dude.
So there's only one rung left, and that's
Right,
Tom.
where is she gonna go?
Right,
Concrete?
dummy?
Sure.
Right, dummy?
What's the
No
alternative?
idea.
Right, dummy?
Maybe.
You're
Maybe.
Dummy.
assuming an
There's
awful
only
lot
one
about
more
my
rung left,
motivations here.
There might
Jesus.
be more than one
Dumbass
rung
sock.
left.
Jesus.
Dumbass sock. There's
You'll
only
notice
one
that
more rung
Concrete
left.
hasn't given it
Well,
up
that
yet.
escalated quickly.
Concrete, are there any good faith actors in here?
Yeah, anyone.
Let me look at the rock.
That was. Gonna be my
I mean,
next
and I
question.
ask you this because is there anyone in here that you want to understand you?
Huh.
The fuck?
Yeah,
Mm.
please.
Mm.
Anybody.
Mm.
Awful long time to consider this list.
Yeah, Helena, of course. And then we also
Good answer.
have
Mm. Mm.
This is hello.
Mm.
I
Oh my god.
would say Alex Passarello is more on the good side.
Mm.
That's
That's
interesting
an
to hear,
interesting
Mm.
choice.
considering like how you always talk bad about homosexuals. It's interesting
Next
to hear your
tar.
perspective.
I wonder how
Homosexuals,
Alex
and
feels
Alex
about
doesn't
this.
even. I in terms of a behavior, Alex lets it roll off his back like a duck, a gay
Mm.
duck.
A gay duck. Interesting
Well,
analogy.
ducks
A
are gay.
gay
Some,
duck?
some ducks are gay.
I said I do talk disparagingly about homosexual behavior, and Alex lets it roll off of his back.
That's
like a
nice of
duck.
him. He lets you be a
A
bigot
gay duck.
without telling you anything.
So
he'll
enabling
tolerate your
you is
bigotry.
him being a good actor.
Therefore, he's worthy of understanding you. Is that
Yeah, that
He
doesn't
lets
really
me abuse
follow.
him, therefore he's a good faith actor.
He
right?
just tunes you out though whenever you
Right.
go
What
into
does
anti-gay rants.
what does that say about your good faith?
Doesn't seem like you have
That's
much
all I can
faith at
find.
all.
Concrete.
Say again.
Look at chat.
What does it say about your good faith acting, Concrete?
Oh, there was actually a TV show called
What do you
Career
mean?
Deck.
So
Is it?
I
we're
remember that.
shifting the focus of the inquiry towards me. What about my good faith or bad faith acting?
You think
Here
that
we
you are
go.
a good faith actor, if I'm not
For the most part.
No.
For the most part.
for the
No.
most part.
No way.
Mhm. I mean, look. Just go ahead and tell me what your definition of good faith or bad faith actor is,
Well,
and then maybe per your definition, I'm a bad faith actor.
Guys,
Maybe per
I have an
your
announcement.
definition-
I'm gonna go to Starbucks. I recuse myself of all server ownership duties for the time being. You can now just direct all questions about Talmud boxes to the new server owner, Snoogs. See you guys.
I fucking hate you. I hate you so much.
Go first, folk.
Who?
I gotta go to the grocery store too. So, Concrete, it just sounds like it's not in good faith to say things, make assertions, without feeling like you should explain them. That sounds like a bad faith act to me.
The quick poll seems
Yeah,
to think
what's your
that
definition?
the quick poll seems to think that Concrete isn't a good faith actor.
Well,
That's fine. We know that this poll hasn't been scientifically conducted, and I'm sure your sample size is
Scientifically
very
conducted.
yes, and I'm sure your sample size
yeah, I don't give a shit
is
about the poll.
including a lot of bias, right? Your sample population includes a lot of bias against concrete.
Probably.
So yeah, this
That's
is not a
okay.
very
But
well
would the
conducted
bias
survey.
be
Why
because
are you
you're a
referring to
bad
yourself in the
faith
third
actor?
Why are you referring to yourself in the third person? It's weird.
Oh man, I made
Why
time
are
to
you?
come.
Why do you like to suck dick?
What is it with you? What the fuck?
I don't like. Why do you like to talk about?
Why do
Interesting
you like to
point.
fuck dudes in the ass?
That's an interesting
It's
point.
really good to fuck people in the ass.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like why
Why do you like to
not
fuck
why
dudes
not
in the
I do
ass?
that?
Do you think that makes your father proud?
Really
that you
good
fuck
for
dudes in the ass?
for sexual pleasure. No. Like he knows I do that and he's cool with it. He like
Oh, he's
the
cool.
thing
Your
is
dad is cool with it.
though I do it because
that's
I do it because I like it. Like why are you so against it?
The age-old question: why do you fuck dudes in the ass?
It feels really good. That's why I love anal sex.
Hey, Wolfgang
That's why I love
Jr.
vampire time.
I know about what you've been doing, man. I just want to say, is still my boy. You know, I love you, man.
I like doing both.
Fucking girls in the butt too. So I mean, like he knows I fuck with both genders. So I mean, he don't care. As long as I stay healthy and happy, he doesn't mind. Now, but Concrete, why are you so worried about it?
So I regret this fucking line of questioning so thoroughly. Please forgive me.
Because
Let me not bring it up
you have
again.
nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, it's like he shot him, or he fucked himself in the
Let me
foot.
Concrete sounds kind of scared.
Concrete, are you trying to say that you never interacted with, as you call it, the anus?
No.
Oh, Concrete seems like
And
the
it
kind of
does
guy that would
sound
eat
good when I
ass.
say it like that, does it? No, I didn't. Don't.
Never?
No, it's not my style, bro.
You swear to God?
Marry a single Annis?
You say, do you swear to Jesus? I've never
that's
messed
not how
with
it
the
works.
anus.
That's not how it works. The Bible clearly says, "Let your yes be yes and your no's be no."
You sound really boring.
The Bible.
So
Protect the people.
So boring.
why don't you entertain us, Mr. Entertaining?
No. We'll stick on this.
Whatever. Sounds like a
It's
dude.
Concrete's miss is entertaining.
Yeah, so sounds like a dude, and that
Yeah, but you've
person
been
should make
corrected,
all
so that doesn't matter.
that person should make all the
She sounds-
corrections, not some other third party bitch.
Well, she sounds kind of girly, actually.
All right, if you want her to like speak for herself, that's fine. Go on.
Exactly. So shut your fucking mouth.
Mm.
Not forthcoming yet, Sock. What
Oh,
the
do you want
fuck?
me to, here, I'll ask for you. Hey, Anarchy System, what are your preferred pronouns?
Oh, she.
Oh, get fucking wrecked, Concrete.
But I'm sure
silence.
Concrete doesn't
Yeah,
care.
what is your gender?
Woman.
Ooh.
Oh,
your gender is woman?
Yeah.
Did you
Yes.
not hear her?
What about your sex?
Oh, look at
Oh,
this.
he thought gender meant sex, and he was like, oh, but he got it backwards. That's
fuck.
embarrassing.
Oh fuck, where are these
I,
goalposts? They must have been
very
moved. Where'd they go?
I mean, I got a dick.
All right, there we go.
Round two, Concrete. Watch this. Oh yeah, what is your sex?
So Concrete, it's.
You'll get him this time, Concrete.
This.
I apologize. I'm not as fucking open-minded as you sons of bitches, right? To just change men into women and women into men.
Yeah, all Concrete really wanted was to know if you had a dick.
Miraculously.
Do you want to know about anybody else's dicks, Concrete?
Oh no, Concrete.
Not at
Jesus
the
wouldn't
moment.
like that.
Not at the moment, JJ.
Okay, well, let us know when you want to hear about other people's dicks some more.
Hey, Concrete, I have a
I
dick.
definitely will.
Concrete.
That's highly doubtable,
Concrete.
Joe.
Did you hear
Actually,
something?
it's
Well, wait. Do you want? Wait. How would I demonstrate this to you, Concrete? That's kind of creepy of you.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
so weird,
interested.
Concrete.
You're
Jesus.
such a weirdo.
You just
Look,
seem
you
to
just
like the
must be weirdo,
qualities of
Concrete is.
Look, yeah.
You just seem to like the qualities of a dick-owning man.
Actually, no. For real, I think I am because you're inquiring about people's dicks. It's
Look,
weird.
Joe, if you can show proof that you've penetrated an anus, then I'll accept
Don't
that.
steal my swag, bro.
Concrete. If you want my girl dick so bad, all you need to do is ask.
Please stop stuttering and say it one more time.
Do you think stuttering is something you can control?
Of course, dumbass.
You can't
Let
control it.
me go overcome the meta
How do you
field
think?
right now.
How do
Hold
you
on.
think people overcome stuttering? You stupid dummy.
Oh, simply by being told not to. Clearly, that's the way
I'm
to
gonna
go.
go tell every person with a Concrete. I'm gonna
How
tell every
do-
person that.
oh, shit.
Yo, you just think it's fucking curable, like you just go watch the King's speech and then you're good to go.
No, they're all lying. The Tom, I think what Concrete is saying is stronger than that. He's saying that people are like willingly stuttering, like they could just stop.
Look, Concrete. Yeah, that's dumb.
That's retarded.
That's dumb. Concrete. You know that James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, and fucking Simba's fucking dad or whatever, is a stutterer.
Yeah, so you're the one.
Yeah, I want you to
saying
go
that
up to
you
fucking
can't
James Earl
overcome it,
Jones and
so I
say,
don't understand.
"Stop your fucking stuttering," and say it again. Yeah, I'd like to see you do that.
He already stopped the stuttering, dumbass. What the
No,
fuck
he
are you-
didn't,
Oh,
dumbass.
wow.
He literally in an
So
interview.
when-
He literally in an interview says that it's not the case, and people just don't hear it because there's multiple takes, and he's an actor.
Okay.
So he can control it like we said.
So I'll
No,
try to
he
say
can't.
it. So I'll try to I'll try to not stutter as much by trying to lower my heart rate.
Fucking idiot.
Good job. Good job. It is manageable.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
Concrete's
If you want my girl dick so bad, all you need to do is ask.
Yeah, that's too far, man. That's a little...
You're making the wrong
that
inferences.
reminds me,
Sorry.
that reminds me, Anarchy. Do you have breasts or like what's the deal with that?
All right, I'm increasing your creep. I'm increasing your creep score, Wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
this
gotta
is
make
better
him
for this is
ask
better for
nicely
Nia.
for that girl dick though. Make him ask nicely.
I mean, anatomy. I'm thinking it's only fair at this point.
It's a weird notion of fairness.
Sock.
Sock,
Listen.
how does it feel being a 24-hour
It's only fair that I get to take your anus
Please
now.
listen to Wolf, Concrete, and shut up. Good boy.
I got a lower sock.
I was gonna what were you saying, Concrete?
I was asking Sock how does it feel being a 24-hour a day PC police? He stopped being a human and just turned into a meme. What the fuck?
Aww.
What a hero.
Well,
He just turned into a Jewish joke machine.
I thought that was you.
Whoa.
He's not Jewish.
I'm not Jewish.
What the fuck
He's
is
black.
that?
He's more of a Tracy Morgan kind of personality.
Well, a Jewish joke machine can refer to a machine that creates or spews out Jewish jokes.
Yeah.
The machine wouldn't have to be Jewish. Depends on what's being modified here.
What is a Jewish joke?
It's a joke at the expense of Jewish people.
Oh.
Or it could be a joke based around Jewish heritage and customs, such
Yeah.
as, let's say, a joke
So like
about
the,
excuse me, 1 second, bro. Such as a joke about matzo ball soup or latkes or bar mitzvahs, so on and so forth. Jackie Mason might be a comedian you might refer to for such type of Jewish jokes.
like
Usually,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I mean,
That still means at the expense of though. If it's
usually
the butt of
Not
the joke.
really.
You're just wrong.
It wouldn't. Good-hearted. Good-hearted.
Concrete, would you please stop interrupting him, for the love of God?
usually
You're right.
Huh?
Usually Jewish jokes are just have big noses.
Wouldn't the PC police refrain from like making jokes about Jewish culture?
No. Well, the PC police would, but the Jews who tell the jokes and the Jews who enjoy the jokes don't give a fuck about police.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Usually, when I think of like Jewish comedians, I think of people like Jerry Seinfeld, Louis Black, Adam Sandler,
Larry David.
That one Canadian guy, what's his name? Does religious satire? Seth Rogen. Yeah, that guy.
Eugene Levy. The guy from Tropic Thunder.
And Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert Gottfried too.
JJ wants to say Gary Shandling,
yes,
but he doesn't want to
Gottfried.
seem like too much of a.
He's a Jew too, yeah.
Holy fuck!
I fucking love his accent.
You guys ever hear him read 52 Shades of Grey? Or 50 Shades of Grey?
I would not be able to sit in that room. Fuck that.
No, he literally did it in a section of it in Reddit in his accent. It was
52
glorious.
52 Shades of Grey. I threw a few extra shades in fun. I thought it would be enjoyable. Maybe I don't know.
Holy fuck, is this wrong? But holy hell, is it erotic?
So Concrete, what do you think of sex work?
My clitoris!
I think he thinks it's heretical.
Good work if you can get it, huh, Concrete? Shake your thing.
I think
Hello?
Concrete is done. Like is he even
Oh.
talking?
I think sex work is a bad decision.
Oh, what are you
Such a
like
woke
praying
statement,
there?
Concrete.
What are you like praying on it?
Would I what? Sorry.
That long pause of silence. What are you praying on it?
Oh no, I was eating. Sorry.
Glad. Is sex work a bad
Like
idea?
snorting.
And like,
Well, I mean,
here-
Concrete, I've had
here I
this
am,
discussion with
like,
other people. I've had this discussion with other people, Concrete. But you need to have a plan though if you're thinking about it. What's your like target demographic?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you thinking about sex work, man?
Oh no, not at all.
You're gonna have to deal with them anuses though, man.
Yeah, I won't have to deal with it because I won't engage in it. Thanks for asking, bro.
You're not gonna be much of a worker then.
Well, Concrete, are you
I
telling me that
agree.
if I walked up to you, I had $1 million in my suitcase, and I told you suck my cock, you wouldn't suck my cock?
Shut up, you broke bitch. Not
That
only do you not
was
have
the
this,
question.
not only do you not have $1 million, but you don't have a suitcase and you can't walk, bitch.
Concrete, why don't you just answer the question?
Dude, Concrete, dude,
Yes
I
or
would.
no? Would you
I do.
suck the cock?
Yeah, I did.
I think it's resistance to the yes.
If you lie right now, Concrete, that's a sin. Understand that?
And then I'd make an Instagram account, just like a novelty Instagram account, just for Concrete. After he said no, and I just like send him pictures of me like having fun and traveling the world and like fucking bitches.
Did Concrete just slip an F word in there?
Or just like hourly. I'd like hire somebody just to send him all these fucking pictures.
And your money is forever tainted by the taste of some other dude's.
If you
Not
unironically
really.
would deny $1 million just to suck cock, you're either lying or just stupid. So I want you to pick one, Concrete.
Yeah, on every
It's called
Instagram post to you,
principles.
every
what
Instagram post to you, Concrete, I put
participate-
hashtag wage cut.
You participate in the capitalist system every single day. And now you have the opportunity to get ahead within said system, and you're now choosing, no, I'm not going to suck a dick for $1 million.
It's the principles of the fun police.
Do you think that you slept with a virgin like every time that you've had sex with a female?
Concrete, do you really think that the person that you fucked is just really a virgin? Really? Did he really buy that bullshit?
Not talking to us no more.
He's afraid.
All right, I'm gonna order Starbucks for Concrete. This is for you, Concrete. Okay.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Yo, let me get one of them venti mocha.
I don't want to hear anything else about being
hot
fucking racist ever.
with whipped cream.
Oh my god!
Whipped cream.
Whip.
Cream, okay.
Was whipped cream.
Okay.
Whipped.
Anything else?
Whipped cream. One more time. One more time for me.
I can't do it.
Whipped. I have to whip. Whip. Whip, thank you. I'll see you at the window.
Oh God, I can't see.
Fucking Tom Green.
Dude, you're gonna get like.
For you, Conky. You're gonna get your ass whipped.
Yeah.
You might get some cream, but it might not be the cream you want.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the whip cut.
It'll be the cream he deserves.
Is that the Starbucks she always go to, by the way? Tom?
Thank you.
It sounds like Concrete wants some cream.
All right, bro, we got it.
These people must think he's out of his mind.
Concrete, you should feel flattered, man.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you. He's like completely normal at the window.
Yeah, always.
So, Concrete, how much does your god actually care about what I do with my gold egg?
Hey, Concrete, do you see how normal people find that pronunciation to be odd?
You trying to justify your erratic behavior?
No.
You didn't answer the question, Concrete.
Wait, is what behavior?
Is erratic behavior. It's got a backstory that you're not privy to. That's why you don't.
It wasn't erratic. He told us what he was going to do before he did it. I mean,
Oh,
to some extent.
I thought Concrete said dragged. It sounded like he was either ragged or Iraq.
That didn't make any sense. He said erratic. He said erratic.
Your Iraqi behavior.
Damn, that guy was like fucking showing me up. He was like, I was like, damn.
Like, it was like breathing on you, or like what? What?
You came in late.
Oh. No, I heard him go ask for whipped cream to Starbucks. Was he breathing into the mic like that?
Yes.
Oh.
No, the guy was. We had like a whip off. Like, he fucking won. I got fucking like absolutely BTFO'd, man. I gave up. I was like, I'll just see you at the window. You win, man. That's it.
Fucking
whip off. Dude, he handed me the fucking latte. I couldn't even make eye contact. I was so fucking embarrassed, dude.
Hey, Tommy there.
Get that shit boneless.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I'm gonna show you something. What are you thinking about this statue?
Tom, when are you gonna just adopt Dio, man? He loves you so much as a father, yo.
So, Concrete, just how much does your god like his dick suck? Is like dick suck?
What do I think of that statue?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at it on my phone. It's really small, but I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty good, I guess. Looks like well done. Looks like the person is skilled. What's it about?
I actually just came across it a couple of days ago, but you remember what I was telling you about like the platonic forms and all that, and like how certain art will have a certain effect on you? Well, this is one of them.
Dio, is that actually Dio nice?
He just wants you to love him, Tom. Just tell him he's a good boy and you love him.
Yeah, you're a good boy, and I love you. Yeah.
Okay.
The statue
Does
almost
you feel good, Dio?
But what was funny about it, and I didn't actually know this, right? What was funny about this, I just got honest truth. I didn't know that it was Bacchus or Dionysus.
You didn't know that was the wine god with the grapes and shit in the cup.
No, when I first saw it, I didn't know.
Really? So what does that make Denny's then?
The statue's legs look almost like they're goat legs. Also, his dick is like a decent size.
Well, see, there's an explanation for that, right? So the idea is that the smaller your dick is, like the more capacity you have,
Okay.
mentally, right? Because they
Like dick size is like some kind of zero-sum game or something.
I guess they had to. I guess
I'm
they had
not
to
saying that this is my view. I'm
I
saying this
guess
is
all
what the
those
Greek,
dickless
this
philosophers
is
had
what
to tell
their
themselves
views were. But now
themselves happy.
all the idiots want to pipe in. I'm simply saying that that was their view, right? That's all.
I mean, it
Was
looks
it
like
really?
it's What I mean is that it looks like it's like a good size, like taking.
I guess that's why all the Asians are geniuses, huh?
Like it's not too big, but
I think there's
not
probably some
too
truth to it, but I don't think it's. I think it's just a general rule. I don't think it's something that you can like scientifically verify.
Wait, where? No. How do you know that's what the Greeks thought?
Because I read what the Greeks thought about it.
Yeah, where'd you read that?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and find it. I did this for Helena about physiognomy. I've been posting her stuff from stuff. When I find it, I clip it. Another thing that I found, this is the second fucking time this has happened. I read again somewhere else, completely different place, about why Asians tend to have a good ear. Now, what's interesting about it is it actually falls within like the Lamarckian view of evolution. It's like it's because of their language, but then it gets coded on their DNA. I don't know exactly how it works, but that's the reason why Asians tend to have either perfect pitch or relative pitch.
So that acquired characteristic thing was wrong.
Somebody got to tell this guy not to be obsessed with me. Now it's not the time.
But that whole thing, that whole thing, whoever, I don't know who was saying it, but saying because it's not a tonal language, that's just not true. I was reading more and more about it, and it has nothing to do with it being a tonal language or not. It's about being able to understand the words. Requires a relatively good pitch. So here we see culture feeds into, DNA makes culture and culture feeds back into DNA. So
That might be a little bit backwards.
No, I just don't think there's a difference between culture and DNA.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You don't think there's a difference between culture and DNA?
No, I think they're well, I mean, of course there's differences, right? But what I mean by that in hyperbole is that cultures come from the emergent property of a group of people that share similar DNA.
Not
all by itself.
I promise you. I mean, maybe with the exception of Sansi because he has a degree in anthropology. I promise you, I've studied this much more than probably anybody in this room.
Sunseed anthropology? Are you serious?
That seems like a composition division fallacy.
What? You didn't know that? Yeah, well, that's a well-known fact, but he doesn't like to talk about that much.
Yeah,
He likes to keep his shit
external
personal.
factors definitely help develop culture.
Yeah, are you just saying that it's just grounded in DNA, in biology?
I mean, it's just like
from biology?
okay, so a good example that I can give is like let's say someone has very limited mental capabilities, right? We would say that, so the left will say, well, that person just doesn't have they need more enrichment, right? They need more books, and then that will fix that problem, right? We can change their environment, we can change their culture. This is like what the what program was it called? There's a program that they did to try this out. I'm sorry, what's that?
Head Start, is that what you're trying?
Head Start, thank you so much. The Head Start program. So what I'm trying to say is, a person who's already mentally deficient, right, is not gonna seek out books, and when they do have books, it's not gonna give them much, right? So they have to. So what happens is the people who already have something there are going to seek out books in the first place, right? But then you go to their house and there's a lot of books, and you're like, well, it's because he has a lot of books. No, because he already had that, and that encouraged him to go out and find books, right? But if he doesn't, if you just give them that person books without their desire to want to read or learn, it's not going to really make a difference. And now I know this because actually, like Catholic schools who have the least amount of funds, their students actually perform the best. I mean, because they have selection.
Well,
you know,
part of the reason that these selective
Can you
schools.
stop sniffling in the mic, bro?
I'm sorry, I have a cold, but there's no correlation between the amount of funds that are given to a school and the performance of the people that attend the school.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not.
Because I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. Some of these Catholic schools you're talking about, they have extremely selective fucking
I said that.
admission criteria.
I said
So the reason that their numbers tend to be higher is that they cherry pick the best students.
I said that.
Okay, well then.
So why would you include that?
Because this
What are you
actually
talking about at this
this
point?
actually just fosters this just adds more support to what I'm trying to say, right?
Of course.
No, no, it doesn't.
I'm saying with people who have capacity, they can do a lot with little, whereas people who have no mental capacity can't do anything with a little or
Dude,
even with a lot.
how insecure do you have to be to create these fucking?
No,
I mean,
I'm
curious.
Why
do you need to be so
I hasten to say,
Define mental capacity.
I hasten to say that I am not
Why are
saying
you
these
so
things.
insecure?
I hasten to say, real quick,
Say
you're
it
interrupting me,
faster.
please.
Say it faster, smart guy.
Okay. I hasten to say I am not saying the things that I'm saying because it's out of hate or out of elitism. I'm saying it because if these problems exist, then ignoring them or standing them up on like these false lying about it. It's not gonna. It's not gonna. It's not gonna
Trying to
help.
answer Concrete. Shut up.
It's not gonna help, right?
We don't need
We
a
have to
whole
address the
fucking
issue.
sermon.
Concrete.
Stop over talking, please.
We don't need the whole fucking sermon, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
you
I'm never
accept
on
people listen to everything you
Discord
say.
and you always talk when I'm on Discord.
But this is the
Can you just
same
shut
subject.
the fuck up?
Concrete.
Please.
Concrete. You just look. He's gonna let you talk, and you don't want to be interrupted, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good, great. I love to see that one because
Yeah.
every time I do,
I will
Theo
take.
loves to interrupt. One more time.
Concrete.
When he's done talking, I will make sure that you're not interrupted the next time it's your turn to speak. Go ahead, Dio.
Awesome. Thanks, bro.
Thank you. I hasten to say that this is not out of hatred or being like an elitist, right? It's about ignoring the problem. So if someone has schizophrenia, to lie and say it's not schizophrenia and say it's not a disorder or not a problem is doing more injustice to that person and to society. So if there is a problem, we can't ignore it. We have to address it where we can. That's all I have to say.
Okay, but your solution
It's
is
Concrete's
basically-
turn, bud.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Dio, you always create these narratives for the actual person that you're talking about. You create this caricature of a human being that cannot read books and be edified by books, right? And then you compare them to some other fucking nebulous group of people who don't even fucking need books, and yet they're growing immensely, right? They have less, and they're still outperforming the other group that you've not fucking well defined in academic achievement. When in fact you can go all over the country and there's black kids all over the world. Fucking Africa would be a great point. I'm sure if I took a young African girl from, let's say, Kenya, Nigeria, anywhere, and brought her up against an American young little girl, I'm sure that Kenyan girl, that Nigerian girl, would whoop their asses. Because
I don't know why you brought. I wasn't even talking racial.
Because education over there is
Don't
highly
do that.
fucking focused on.
I don't even know why you're breaking
Hold on
it
a
down
sec,
into racial
Dio.
terms.
Look, I told him that I was gonna let him
Alright.
speak, right?
All right.
You're trying to make me look like a jackass? Is that what you're trying to do?
Sorry.
So why don't we put together some real statistics on the table and do some analysis of real statistics instead of your fucking bedtime stories that make you feel better and put a tickle in your pickle.
Okay. This is not about me feeling better. So I didn't even break this down racially, right? You're the one who's doing that.
I know
Dio,
everyone
you're just
knows what you're implying.
hold on, Concrete. Dio, you're just saying smart people are smart and dumb people are dumb, and then you're drawing.
What I'm saying, no, but yeah, well, I mean,
like
actually,
it's
so
adding
if I can
nothing.
address
It says
Skinny
nothing.
Pete, no, what I'm trying to say is, okay, so the guy who wrote the bell curve, what the argument that he makes is that a lot of the money that used to go to the gifted, right, has been removed and taken away, and it's been given to the people that are not performing very well. But the scores are not going up. So despite the fact that all the resources have now been allocated to the people who have been performing terribly, their scores are not going up. And then the people whose resources have been taken, the gifted, their scores are going down because they're actually not getting they're not getting anything. So their SAT scores are going down. So his argument is that the resources need to go to where the gifted people are, because
So
they're the ones who can
are you
use.
done?
They're the ones who can actually use it.
So you made the statement that there's no correlation, which is odd, because I
Yeah.
live next to the two best schools in my city, which aren't magnet schools. They get the most tax money. They get the most tax money, and over 50% of those kids graduate college in comparison to the lower funded schools. So you said there's no correlation, but clearly there's a correlation.
Yeah, there's no correlation. There's no really correlation. No,
Really?
I was a school teacher. We had all
I
the
don't care if
resources
you were a
available.
school teacher.
So
I
my
pay the
personal
most
experience
taxes in
doesn't
the
matter.
city.
You just gave me your personal experiences, but my personal
Okay, you
experiences
said
don't
there
matter.
is no correlation.
There is no real
There is
correlation
clearly
between
a
it. Yeah.
demonstrable correlation that I can see
No.
in my taxes in my city.
I know. I'm just
Okay.
telling you, overall, like they're not. If they're already underperforming, they're already in really bad conditions. Throwing money at the problem is not going to solve it.
So
by
smart
and
people
large.
are smart and dumb people are dumb.
Yes. No, it doesn't. I'm telling you, I was a school teacher. We had infinite amount of resources. It made little difference to the outcome of the
You
students.
never had infinite amount of resources.
Yeah, but Dio, you could have people who work just as well as people you're talking about, and they still get discriminated against.
I'm not even talking about discrimination. I'm not making racial claims. I'm just talking about people in general, right? Because you can look Baton Rouge High,
And you're
which is
missing
a
a
place
lot
I
of
try to
data
get. I try to get a
points,
job at, right? That is a school, but nothing but diversity, right? They teach Arabic, German, French. They teach all that, right? But they're picking the best, the cream of the cream. They're picking the best blacks, the best Asians, the best Jews. So they are not. Like they will always perform. You could give them little resources and they will still come out looking like gold. But they need to have the best resources, and the reason why they need the best resources is because they are the next leaders of the country or the world. It's important not to take from them to give to the poor, right? Or to give to other schools.
Dio, could you do me a favor and define mentally deficient?
I would just say we know when we see it.
He defines it as black.
I don't know why
I see it. I see it every time
specifically
Dio's
made
in
this is not a
Discord.
racial issue.
Yeah, except that's kind of how it ends up settling out, isn't it? Because who takes the most advantage of those programs that are set up for the least advantage, right? It's the least advantaged. And in the inner city, who tends to be least advantaged? Well, they tend to be black, they tend to be brown, they tend to need a little extra help. But
And that's not true.
things,
I think by
but,
virtue of sheer numbers, Gus, white people are probably more disabled than black people just by sheer numbers.
My fucking God.
I'm living proof of that.
Dio, can you please just give the definition for mentally deficient? Can you please just
Autistic.
already?
I should say, like I told you, I think you know it when you see it.
Fucking A, can you just give me
I'm
the
not going to do
definition?
that. I just say that most people know it when they see it.
He doesn't mean mentally deficient, he means black. So keeping on harping on it for a definition.
I think I have the right
because
clip.
That's what he means.
I think I have the right clip for this situation.
Do you want the white race to die out then, Dionysus?
Yeah, I do.
What I'm trying to get at is that intelligence is a lot more complex. It's not just being able to be good at math or being good at
No, what we see,
cramming.
people who tend to be good at one thing tend to be good at all things.
Oh, really?
No.
What?
That's mean most
That's
things.
Wait.
That's a
So you're
tendency.
telling me that somebody who's really good at math is going to be really good at farming?
I'm saying they may
That's
not be
fucking
good
news
at
to
it right
me.
away, but they will be able to learn how to be good at it.
No.
No, not
No,
necessarily.
they are not. There are different kinds of intelligence.
No, there's
I
not.
mean,
That's
you
the whole
may know
seven
on
level.
paper. You
That's
may know on
seven. That's
paper how to
that's
plant
bullshit.
crops.
No.
You may know on paper how to plant crops and tend cattle, but there's a big difference between knowing it on paper and being able to do it.
Look, now the whole 7 different intelligence, whatever, like that whole thing is bullshit.
Yo, you're like the
I know what you're talking
opposite.
about.
Really, based on what?
Yeah, you're like the opposite of that Bruce Lee quote. How's it go? It's like, I fear not the man who has done a kick 10,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who's done one kick 10,000 times.
Yeah.
But you fear but you see a man who's good at one kick and you're like, he was good at 10,000 on other kicks.
No, I don't. I think this is just not. Maybe I'm just not articulating it correctly. I'm just simply saying that when you look at like people who are really good at something tend to be like they're so the IQ test for like it's G loaded, meaning like
IQ
it's
tests
basically
don't
your
get
capacity to learn, right? And so
No,
people
they
who tend
don't.
to be very athletic are going to tend to be able to learn other things very quickly as well. Not always. I mean, it's not a perfect. It's a general rule. It's not like a perfect rule. Yeah, I mean, the smartest people in my schools tend to be athletic. They tend to be with the women. They tend to, they tend to be good at math. They tend to be, if they wanted to be good at, something else, they tend to be good at that.
Can you restate the claim but begin it with "I hasten to say"?
No.
I do I do hasten to say,
So that's
sir.
just going to be interrupted. But
No, I'll make sure you get it out. Go ahead.
I've already said what I had to say.
Okay.
And what you have to say is based on nothing.
Okay, I don't really care to convince you. I just bring the knowledge.
Wait.
Okay.
Good know you're running away now.
No, I just don't care about your opinion.
Yeah. Tell yourself that.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Well, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear what that person said.
She basically.
I mean, do you think that I care about your opinion?
Let me translate, Dio. She basically called you a bitch.
That's devastating. That's devastating.
That's heartbreaking, Dio. Break your
And
heart.
true.
Poor Dio.
And I'm doing great. No, poor me.
Not poor me. I'm doing all right.
Can't probably.
So Dio,
run away.
So Dio, what was the whole point? What was the whole point of bringing up Head Start and the bell curve and all other stuff?
Hey, Head Start program has been a massive failure.
God only knows how you define massive failure.
Oh, fuck. How do you
Man.
Gus?
Man.
So how do we even?
I mean, literally, Gus. Literally, if you ever wanted to know, like a perfect criteria for what is false, like a perfect criteria for what is false is just anything that Jack and Striker Gus says. That almost like 9 out of 10 times they're going to say something that's completely the opposite of truth.
I mean, it could be that. I mean, it could just be that the way their educational system works is that it doesn't actually teach the way that human beings learn.
Dio is a massive failure. Dio is a massive failure because it didn't help the kids who are enrolled in it get higher grades in school or graduate high school, or was it a failure because of the IQ game?
It was just a failure. Take it up with them. It was a failure.
Dio, who's most likely to be correct? Jack Inkstrike or Tasteless Opinion?
That's a good question. Jack Inkstrike's not dumb though. He's so motivated by his personal prejudices that it causes him to be retarded. He's not like retarded though.
See,
I,
he's
I
not
think Jack is
dumb.
very smart. This is a situation where we have a smart person who, because of his intelligence, it actually has made him dumb, right? Where tasteless opinion, I mean, I don't know. I tune tasteless out. I don't really hear what he says most of the time. So.
We can simplify this. No, shut up. Look, who's more likely to be able to show that a conclusion is justified?
Oh, definitely Jack.
Okay.
But the thing about Jack, right, is that like Jack is, I mean, he's logical. And I gave you, man, I already have a bookmark. I have to find it. Schopenhauer actually so interesting. So Schopenhauer went to an insane asylum, right, to go visit this child. And what he noticed about this child had remarkable abilities to reason, right? Like, I mean, better than any adult had. But like he couldn't understand like causality. Like he wasn't able to so one of the tests that Schopenhauer used was like he reflected light from the window that was coming in from his watch onto the wall, and the child couldn't make the causal connection. So there was a deficiency in understanding. So Schopenhauer is going to say that you can reason right well, but then like another part of the brain that's required for like understanding, that can be completely deficient. So I think Jack probably falls into that category. I don't think Jack understands, but I think he has. I think he's very formidable when it comes to reasoning.
It sort of seems like that your gauge on intelligence a bit more subjective than you care.
If you think it's the case that Jack is more likely to provide arguments in which the conclusions are justified, then why did you struggle with the question that Tom asked, which is who's more likely to be correct?
Oh, because I don't know. I don't know about see just the things that Jack talks about. I'm just intimately involved in, right? So I understand like communism, for example. I understand like there's intuitively I understand like why it won't work. I can't speak about tastes. I can't speak about taste. I can't speak about taste. I can't. I'll answer that question, but let me just say I can't speak about taste's ability to understand. I can't. I don't know.
So why won't communism work?
Well, again, I mean, just read the greatest pessimist of all time. It's an indictment against communism because money is not the problem.
Assume for a second
money,
that I'm a
money is
blind
not the
man.
problem.
Well, just
right. Money helps, but it's not the problem.
Sure, just real fast. Assume for a second I'm a blind man with no access to books written in Braille or anything written in Braille. Do you have like an argument you could provide for the position that communism won't work?
Yeah, because I think it's human nature, right? I think it's just we're it's not money.
What does that mean?
Oh no.
I can elucidate on that.
We're getting distracted from the
Are
top.
you giving like the human nature argument? Because I swear to God, that's fucking.
So for example, I
That's a
am aware
fallacy.
of a place in Europe that their community is separated into two different classes, and it's not based on money because they make the same amount of money. There's a creative class and there's the non-creative class, and they are absolutely at each other's throats. So then we have to talk about the social consequences of that. What about when someone's more beautiful than someone who's not beautiful? Do we?
That doesn't make any sense.
Do we make that equal by pouring acid on their face?
Look, Dia, real quick. Look, I mean, no. First of all, it's not forwarded by communism that there's going to be total equality. So I'm not sure what you're referring to there. I was interested in what you said, which is that the reason communism won't work is because of human nature. Now, that seems to reduce to a claim like it is the case people act in a certain way, therefore it ought be the case that the system not function. Why do you think that sort of claim wouldn't fall victim to like the naturalistic fallacy?
I'm not saying something's bad because of like the past.
It's not a question of bad. I'll repeat the claim. It is the case that people work a certain way, right? Human nature. Therefore, it ought be the case that the system won't function. Why is that not?
Right. I know where you're going with this. You're just simply saying, like, it's kind of like Bill Grimmy's argument, or, right, like we're not really like this. We just assume that we're like this, but it speaks nothing about the future of like mankind, right? It goes something like that. Am I right?
Well, no, I'm just asking you a simple question about.
I'm asking you: is this coming from like those type of those type of arguments? Is that?
I mean, no, Bill Grommy didn't invent the naturalistic fallacy.
No, I'm not asking. I know he didn't. I know he didn't. I meant the
Dale, will you answer the
fallacy.
fucking question?
I'm asking you, but is it coming from that line of thought?
Hogan's a coward. He doesn't really like to engage. He just likes to question and look for gotchas.
Because
No,
look,
not-
I mean, I
he's a
think we're just
bitch.
gonna. I think
Well,
this is
I
going
can
to come
answer
down
you.
to like
I
an
can-
impasse.
I can answer you.
Hogan.
I can answer you.
And, I don't know how to justify it, right? I can just say, me being 40 years old, my experience with other humans makes me believe that it's not just about money. That there's going to be all kinds of other problems that we're going to run into. Now, you may be able to formulate this perfectly on paper or through argumentation, but I think in practice it's going to be much different. And it's based on intuition, and I don't know how to like convert that to a deductive argument.
Look, it just seems like you're saying you don't have an argument.
I have an intuitive argument.
Meaning,
Well, I mean, look, I've been reading more and more about intuitive reasoning, right? What like the great philosophers have said, from Kant to Aristotle to Schopenhauer. I've read like what they have to say about intuitive reasoning, and this is what they say. They say that intuitive reason is like the purest type of reasoning. It's so pure that it actually creates it creates a certain amount of pleasure when we do something and we see the results out of intuitive reasoning. It produces a type of pleasure that's not seen in other types of reasoning. Because we know that it's right. We know it's certainty that that's correct, right?
I don't understand why we should accept something like that if we don't share the.
Well, the philosophers have.
That's
So I know I'm appealing to authority, but I'm saying like my experiences, it seems to be the case. My dad, for example, is a great hunter, right?
Wait,
I don't
but
know how
Dio-
he did it.
look,
My
Dio-
dad would not be my dad would not be able to give an
Yeah,
argument
look, I
why.
understand that like you're
Right.
a little older than me
Right.
and you probably have more breadth of experience. I accept that, right?
Right.
I don't have an issue with that.
Right.
I'm simply saying
Right.
if it's the case you don't have a deductive argument against the position, then just say so.
Hmm. I don't have a deductive argument against the position.
Okay, thank you.
But like again, like my father, hey, look, he was remarkable when it came to hunting, right, and fishing. I don't know how he did it. He wouldn't be able to give you an argument how. He would just he used his senses, his intuition, and every day he went out, he brought home meat, right? But he wouldn't be able to explain that to other people. He was just able to do it. He just knew.
Yeah, but that
Thank you
has
for the non-answer.
Yeah, but that has absolutely no bearing on what we're talking about at all.
It's a non sequitur.
Hey, look, I'm just don't become retarded by thinking that deductive reasoning is leading you to truth or something, right? I mean, fuck, Aristotle used deductive argument to make an argument why heavy bodies would fall to the ground fast. If it drops, it would fall to the ground faster than smaller bodies. Well, we know that's just not true. We know actually after inductive reasoning, and when we try the experiment, it's just absolutely not true.
Nobody said there was a problem with other types of arguments. I'm just pointing
Right.
out that after you concede and engage in anecdotes, it seems kind of like a non sequitur, as Hagar said.
I don't understand why. I'm just giving like
Basically,
examples
it's a
why.
bitch move.
I don't. I mean, I'm not attacking you
Like,
personally. I don't know why you're
You already
attacking me.
Wait, you already conceded, so like I don't know why you're still going on with this.
I wasn't talking to Pogan per se. I was just speaking to the room.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the case that we understand, if we just understand that he conceded, like I don't have a problem with him providing anecdote. I'm not going to interrupt him or anything. I'm just saying, like, it seems like the claim is going to remain unjustified.
But I mean, the another thing, when I used to work in the garage department for organic chemistry, right, we would have like these perfect, like, directions, like how this, if we want to get this particular compound, like the processes that we would have to do, like it's perfectly formulated. I mean, you couldn't formulate something more perfectly, more artistically. And you know what? When we get into the lab and we start fucking around with these chemicals, it makes something completely different.
Oh, that
And
just
it's
means
not
that
us. Something is happening, and the reaction, because we can't fucking see what's going on. I mean, it works sometimes. Sometimes we don't know what the fuck happened.
That just seems like an appeal to incredulity.
Well, I'm just giving like evidence of like the best chemists, right? I mean, we're talking about Ivy League class chemists go in there, they do the workup like they've been trained, they follow the deductive arguments, they go into the lab and make something completely different than what they're supposed to. Not always. I'm just saying sometimes it happens.
Okay.
I just don't have that much faith in deductive arguments. I don't even believe in inductive reasoning, because I think when we go into inductive situations, we were always going in there with a prejudice, right? We're always going. It's never out of we're always interested. It's impossible not to be interested.
Well, if you don't think,
else would you?
look, if you don't think inductive reasoning has utility, and you're conceding
I
that you
didn't say no. I didn't say it didn't have utility.
well, let me finish.
Okay.
It's probably the same. It's just a different word. Look, if you're agreeing that you wouldn't use an inductive argument in this case, and you're agreeing that you don't have a deductive argument against the position, it just seems like it's a claim that's never going to be justified.
It's not what I know. I'm okay. I do believe inductive reasoning has a lot of utility. I'm just saying that we need to be careful when it comes to both inductive and deductive, because we're always going into that problem with because we're interested in that problem, and the fact that we're interested in that problem is going to alter the results of what we see, right? So I can actually read. So like Schopenhauer actually believes something very interesting. I tried to read this when we were at the hangout. So Schopenhauer wants to say that science is subjective and art is objective. So he wants to flip it around, and he does give arguments for it. I can post them later.
So, just to review, you say that communism can never work, but you don't have any actual arguments to corroborate that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Can you repeat it?
So, you say that communism can never work, but you have no actual arguments to support that.
I've been given arguments. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been given deductive arguments.
Look, my issue was that he made a claim and admitted that he didn't have an argument.
Yeah.
No, for that particular thing, but I've been given arguments. I've been given inductive arguments.
He made a claim, and his claim, and he.
Do you guys
doesn't
know what
have
an argument
actual
is?
evidence
All
for
right,
that.
I can give. I need to teach what an argument
Dio,
are.
I don't
mind.
Dio, I
doing
don't
it.
have a problem with you giving an inductive argument. But
Okay.
like when you complain about induction and then say you don't have a deductive argument, it just seems like you're conceding you're not going to be able to provide an argument for the claim.
I'm just simply saying that there's limits. We're putting unrealistic. How can I say this? We are putting unrealistic demands on reasoning.
I don't know what you mean.
We think we're putting too much emphasis on reasoning, and I think reasoning is a lot more limited than we think it is. And you'll learn this as life goes on. You'll learn the limitations of reasoning.
This all sounds like you're saying that you don't think communism can happen because you feel it can't happen.
No, it's not real. I just can't. There's no way that I could ever show you every demonstration, every inductive, situation. There's no way I can post that over the internet, right? So I just have to be concise and say, like, look, I just have enough experience with human nature to know that money is not the problem. I mean, it is. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Money can help alleviate, but by and large, you're going to run into other problems.
What is your subjective, minuscule view of human nature have to do with anything? Like why does your perceived idea of human nature have any validity whatsoever?
What are you talking about? It's very important. I mean, if I go to the cops and say that you just hit me, they're going to arrest you. People take what people say to be a true statement, right? People use anecdotal evidence to. I mean, by and large, if you ever witness someone who's seen something and save a confession, that is going to have more bearing on the outcome of a trial than anything else.
No.
Yeah.
There's completely
a
wrong.
confession and an eyewitness. Are you kidding me?
A eyewitness isn't very good evidence.
I'm just telling you
It's
that those are the two
mediocre
most important things. Save a smoking gun. Those are the two best things that a court is going to have.
No, it is.
You don't know what you're talking about. I've been involved with the court system for like 10 years. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I know this, right? And there's plenty of people in here who know that I know something about how the courts operate, and you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about right now.
Motive, means, and opportunity. That also
You don't
takes
need
up,
motivation is not required for conviction.
In the court system.
The
So
court
when
system
you
doesn't care
have
about
motive,
motivation.
means, and opportunity. So excuse me a second, bro.
All right, sorry.
So if you have an if you have an eyewitness indicating that someone did something, and then you find out that there is no motive, no means, no opportunity for that to have been the case, then the eyewitness is irrelevant, right? Because as the other
Motivation is not
person, just excuse me.
the court system. The court
Excuse
system.
me, bro.
You finished.
Let me just
Now you're adding on.
Please
I
stop.
thought you
Please
stopped.
stop. Please stop. Like the other person
Okay.
mentioned, eyewitness testimony. It's not a very good fucking piece of evidence.
I don't know what you're just saying. I'm just telling you the facts is that an eyewitness, save a confession, are the best things that a court has to convict.
No, it's not.
Okay.
If
Tell me what it is then.
If all you have on you is an eyewitness, it doesn't mean dick.
You're so stupid.
Because bias is a thing.
I find it fucking laughable that you sit here and say that you've ever been involved with court proceedings.
Yeah, I actually wrote what's called a writ of certiorari to the United States Supreme Court. So I bet you don't even know what a writ of certiorari is.
And I fucking grieve for them.
I don't even know why I'm answering you because I'm doing myself an injustice.
Well, you've turned out to be quite entertaining.
Yeah, you turned out to be a swine.
Aww.
I got distracted.
When all you can give back is an ad hom, you won.
Well, somebody feels like
That's not an ad hom. It's an insult. Do I need to educate you about what the difference between an insult and ad hom is?
Showing that like you're engaging in bad faith right now. To be honest.
Wait, no, but he was correct in saying it wasn't an ad hominem.
Okay, I admit I was mistaken.
Toby and I are gonna destroy you guys. You better be careful. We're just gonna.
All you have to do is become a communist, and you and I are going to be like an unstoppable.
I'm not a capitalist.
Oh God, this would be terrible.
You say that you'll destroy us, but you have no actual fucking arguments to give. You've literally conceded that you cannot justify your claims.
Look, I'm not really a person in a position to like attack someone about their ability to articulate something, right? I have my flaws. But the way that you're articulating yourself, I mean, I just don't want to get involved with having a conversation with you. Sorry.
Well, we already know that you like to run away when you got nothing backing you.
But
That's
Toby,
funny coming from you.
Who, are you talking to me or are you talking to that person?
No, I'm talking to Anarchy. We had a discussion about the trans issue in sports, and like they went from trying to have a good discussion to then just appealing to like childlike comments and stuff like that. So that's just par for the course for Anarchy. So,
but Anarchy's been doing that already, like taking jabs at
Oh yeah. I'm just saying that like this is par for the course. Like the fact that this person is sitting here and like laughing, it's like, oh, you have nothing else to say is like really rich, because during that entire discussion, for someone who claims to be so adamant about trans rights and just about all that stuff, like they just argued like a 12-year-old, and just sort of just nonsensical shit. So it's just very funny to hear them say that you're running away when like they haven't said anything of substance this whole time I've been listening.
Zax, you're
Okay,
really
I was just
fucking
gonna say,
loud.
I'm not a capitalist. I just don't think communism is the answer. I don't know what the answer is.
That is quite obvious.
I mean, it seems to me that if you could get people who are similar, like in ability, like I mean, like create. Let's just say like you had like a creative class, and then like they would, and they were similar, like in their attractiveness, similar in like other regards. Then you could maybe practice some type of socialism, right? But I think that's all I would say. That may work. But I mean, the more differences you have between people, you're just asking for conflict.
Differences are like what differences exactly?
Any differences. I mean, what
Yeah.
does Mercutio say to Romeo and Juliet? He says that people will fight each other for the smallest thing just because someone has hazel eyes, or because one person has a hair too much or too less in their beard. They will fight over the smallest amount of, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just saying you want to create more similarities, less differences. I mean, even Nietzsche says in Beyond Good and Evil, differences engenders hatred.
Not
So you want to have
exactly.
people that are very similar, and you could practice some type of socialism. I think
Not
that's the
exactly.
answer.
I'd say. I mean, I would say that it's mostly brought out through people's